Night, I'll have some giveaways for everybody. Um, I'm breaking it down. Be about 21 giveaways. So
Wow.
should be pretty fun. Oh, and I got my magnets in today too. They're just like my stickers. I'm gonna give everybody that wins something a magnet to go along with it.
Oh, nice.
Those are cool.
Again, Sticker Mule had a pretty good deal. I think I got 50 of them for $20 or something, $20 or $29. May have been cheaper than that actually. Let's see. Oh, Destination Fun's in here. Let's see. Cruise Vet booked the second leg of Clock's group cruise yesterday. Yep. Thank you, sir. I heard you announce that this morning on Destination Fun. Wasn't able to get on this morning. We were getting ready to take my wife out for her birthday. We went and did a couple different things. Michigan Carol, question. Are you on more than one channel? I don't see Danny D here. Oh, yes. So a couple different people are streaming out to their audiences. I don't really need the watch hours, so I started the live, but whoever, the two ladies down here need the watch hours. So if you want to go in their rooms, Embarkation Nation and Destination Fun. So if y'all want to put your link out there, #Clock, they can go check you out.
We would be forever grateful.
Yep. Let's see what we got here. Just created a group cruise for Carnival Jubilee, March 1st, 2025. Got Canadian Family Life in here. Thanks for coming in. Can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. Thanks for coming in.
Can't stop walking.
Haven't seen you in a few weeks either.
He's been on the road.
Missed you on Eddie's 12-hour live last night. Yep. I was
Stop
hanging
it.
out with,
Stop it. It was not a 12-hour live.
I was hanging out with some friends last night. It's been a while since we hung out with them. So.
It was a 12-hour sleep. So stop it.
Maybe live for like 3 hours, 4 hours.
Well, it was good. It was a long live. I give him credit. It was a long live. You know, but I mean, 12 hours. That's a stretch.
Good evening, EM74. Thanks for coming in. So, how was the other than being hot as Hades? How was Epcot?
It was good. There's a lot of food I want to go back and some drinks I want to try, but I just couldn't do it today. I was overheating and ugh. So we'll probably go back in like October.
It opened a couple weeks ago, didn't it?
Last weekend.
Last weekend. Okay. So this is your first time going to it?
Yeah.
For this year?
Yeah. Uh-huh. That was my first time this
year. You got the whole menu for what they have around the park for this year?
Yeah. And I saw Traveling with Tinkerbell. I saw her for like a minute.
Nice.
Yeah, they were about to leave when we got there because her kid was hot and tired. So it was good though. It wasn't that crowded like as I thought it. I mean, it was crowded, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't what I expected it to be. So
that was such a good live today. Like seeing the merch and the rides, and it was really, really awesome.
It was.
And
I wanted to go. I'm like online looking like, how can we make this happen?
Anytime you get to see Disney
with the gimbal, that was my whole. I had to keep giving it to Danny. I'm like, here, take this.
I'll end up hitting the wrong setting on my gimbal where it doesn't follow where I want it to, and it irritates the hell out of me sometimes.
Yeah.
Megs and C's, thanks for coming in.
Welcome in.
Let's see. Did you try the dill pickle milkshake, Sherry?
We did. You'll have to watch our vlog to see how it was. I will tell you, Danny did. Well, I'm going to be quiet. I'm not gonna give the rest of it
I was
away.
gonna say, be quiet. You wouldn't even tell me and Bill. We have to watch the vlogs.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to watch it. But
Shut
yeah,
them right down. when
I
they
did try it. Or we did try it.
So what'd you do today, Jennifer?
This is gonna sound awful, but nothing. I mean, I grocery shopping and like Andrew did stuff around the house and I did stuff around, Chloe got a good bath, grocery shopping, went and picked it up. Those kinds of things, but like nothing important.
I got you. Well, going to the grocery store, that's important.
I mean, it sounded like a good day to me.
Yep.
I mean, Andrew, he was low on like, sodas and snacks. So, got to keep him happy.
That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I gotta go grocery shopping.
Andrew off today?
Andrew was
Bill
off
has
today.
me in the mood for pancakes and bacon, so I need to
Oh.
go buy that so I can make it one day.
I think I'm gonna have that again for tomorrow. It
My
was
wife
so
had
good.
chicken and waffles for dinner.
That sounds good too.
You guys squat down.
I see the lurker in the back.
You see a lurker?
The
Uh-oh.
lurker, Mr. Fuzzy Hair.
Who woke up and chose violence today, guys?
Apparently.
I can't. I'm in such a good mood right now. I can't even comprehend how much of a good mood I'm in right now. All right, I'll see you later.
All right.
See, Emily says, I'm just popping in to say hello for the moment. I have my cousin over and with her 2 young boys, and they are leaving tomorrow. If they are still on later, I will come back and say hello. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for coming in. Made to see. I did a board meeting, went to the aquarium, went and got some supplies, and then came home. Sounds like you had a productive day as well.
Yeah.
Meg has a really good aquarium vlog or videos. I love going to an aquarium. I love watching her vlogs.
Her videos are on point. Like I feel like I'm there. Sometimes I'll put them on the TV just for like relaxation while I'm working. Like her whale sharks and stuff.
Yeah.
I agree, Bill.
Meg needs to get down to Epcot and go to the aquarium there, videotape. It's pretty cool when they're in the tanks swimming around with the fishes, the scuba divers, because they'll play around with the people that are outside. They'll try to get you to videotape them and send it to their cell phone. It's like they sit, like when we were there, they were in there swimming around with them, and then they like waved to us, and they asked us. They were like this, and they gave us their telephone number to try to text them the videos that we were doing.
Oh.
I didn't catch it till too late, but I realized what they were doing. So it's pretty cool. Some of the other people were doing it for them. Says Cruise Vet, I went to Lake Charles and checked out the Horseshoe Casino. It's a
Oh,
pretty cool place. Plenty of machines, good food. Didn't win anything.
That sounds like a really
Well,
good day.
yeah.
It was good to the end.
Except for that last part.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, not winning.
Yeah. He's in Mike's in Texas.
Happy
The wife's
birthday,
over there
Richard.
asking. They said
Hey,
happy
Uncle
birthday.
Dave, welcome in.
Uncle Dave, thanks for coming in. Thank you all. That's my happy place. Yep. It's very relaxing watching the fishes swim. For my 41st birthday, I'm going to snorkel with a whale shark. Okay.
Yikes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. Najuma Brown, thanks for coming in. So, everybody, if you'd like, go check out Embarkation Nation and Destination Fun. They're in need of the watch hours. I myself have already reached our watch hours, so we're just helping them out, and I'm getting on just see how everybody is tonight. Hang out a little bit. I didn't really do much on the lives this week. I'm winding down since I don't need the hours, but I still like getting on here and chatting with everybody. So
I really appreciate you coming on tonight. I was looking at it and it's like, man, I wish somebody would come on live. And I said, I should go on there. I said, no, I don't like being up here talking. Well, at least, like when you're in charge, it's like everybody comes up and they want to be there. Well, that means you got to stay there too. See, now I feel like I can go up here and run my mouth for a little bit and then get off whenever I want. You got to stay up
And then
there.
peace out.
Peace out. Who's over there laughing?
Natural. Thank you for coming in.
Come on.
That would be somebody on the couch.
Yeah. The Peanut Gallery.
Yeah.
Tristan Natural, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Hey, Trish, welcome in.
Got me a Mick Frappe on the way on.
Hey, Trish, I was gonna try to contact you this week. Let me know if you want to come on a Tuesday night or a Saturday morning on a live. Let me know, because I know you probably need some watch hours. So let me know if you want to hop on with us.
Meg says she's going to start at the aquarium, talking to Cruise Nuts. But I'll hit you up. So they're letting you swim with the whale sharks at the aquarium. That's right. She's down in that's a pretty big aquarium down there in Atlanta, isn't it?
I've never been to it, but it looks like it is.
Yeah. Denai Pojo, if I messed up your name, sorry. Thanks for coming in.
Back, you don't have to go scroll back, but I think Controversial Cruising was asking me about this book back here. It's the 48 Laws of Power, Scott. I saw the question, I just forgot to answer it. My bad.
Was it a carnival bag a couple days ago?
I moved stuff around up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I don't know how many people.
So many props that isn't funny.
Well, here I have a little lunch. It was a little, cooler bag. Little Carnival used to really give out nice gifts for the platinum guest and the diamond guest. And then they started giving out really bad ones, koozies and name tags. And I was going through it and I saw it and I had a.
Well, you wear your fanny pack when you go, don't you?
I do not. People talk about me when I wear a fanny pack, so I don't wear a fanny pack.
Oh, okay.
I had
You struck me as a fanny pack guy.
I used to. I really did. I mean, I can tell you why I had a fanny pack, but then I have to hurt you. But I used to always carry a fanny pack. Oh, here it is. They had a book bag. I mean, a nice little strap. I mean, they used to give out really nice stuff, and then they went to crap.
I think my mom and dad had those because my dad he loved it because it's like a one shoulder strap.
Yeah.
Right? Sling. Yeah.
That's how I carry mine most of the time, is one shoulder.
Yeah.
That's old school. See, the young kids will tell you got to use two straps because it's bad on your back. It is. It's funny. I mean, if you ever watch 21 Jump Street, they talk about that. Because the old school people like you and I would wear one shoulder or one strap.
Well, now they
but that's how they do the one strap now because of Lululemon or Lulu.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? They came out with that one strap one, and that's like the new trend everybody's doing now.
It's new trend now. Coming back.
That's a new old trend.
New old trend. Well,
yeah.
I remember when they were it was the big thing to have the backpack on wheels, so you didn't have to hurt your back.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. So Meg says, yes, you can snorkel or scuba dive at the Georgia Aquarium, and it's the largest in North America. Okay, gotcha. That sounds like a good time if I'm down there. Noah did a lot of work on their aquarium too. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I know it looked different than the Note 48 Laws of Power. Noted 48 Laws of Power. Not sure what that is. Let's see. Mike makes it easy. It's like no other to go in the open ocean, 450, 600 feet deep ocean, and swim with these wild whale sharks and giant manta rays. So if I go to Hawaii, at some point I'll go to Hawaii, but we were supposed to go a couple years ago and ended up canceling our trip. But if I go there, one of the things we wanted to do is at night they have a thing where the mantas like glow at night or something. So you go at night and you stick your head in the water, and you can do it where you're either snorkeling or you can just lay on a raft if you're not so inclined, and just stick your head in the water, and the manta rays come up and they're like glow in the dark.
Oh
Oh,
wow!
that's cool.
I don't know about sticking my head in the dark water.
Well, I mean, I guess if it's lit up enough, I guess it's not too bad.
Well, they have the ones too where you could go in a canoe or kayak that's lit up under it, and you can see under now too at night. You go on
Okay.
it at night. They do that too. Well, they do it here. I don't know. They do it everywhere, but
Uncle Dave says he's watched a couple of Scott's videos. That dude is funny. Yep. Bill, don't let others influence your fanny pack usage.
Yeah. But they're coming back, and that's what I laughed in Carnival, because in the Carnival now, the gift, I don't know if it still is. The last time I went on a cruise, it was a fanny pack. And I'm like, get out of here.
Well, yeah, I seen they don't have luggage will travel. That's why I asked you about it. That's why I wanted to joke around with you.
I have it someplace. Mike, if I can find it, I'll give it to you so you can do a giveaway. If I can find, I don't know. I don't know. I thought I put it in my bag, but again, I'll let you do a giveaway.
Controversial Cruising said, Bill, you have enough stuff to open your own Carnival fun shop.
We're talking. I'm going to eBay. Is that where they go now to sell eBay? Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see what we got going on here.
Chloe
Sorry
has
if I'm not keeping up with the chat.
I was like, Chloe has one of those cool fanny packs that Meemaw gave her. Mom's like, what am I going to do with this? And Chloe thinks it's like the coolest purse. Like,
It's the best thing ever. You put it around here. You put all your stuff in. It's a fanny pack is the perfect pack.
yeah. And on the cruise, she had a beach ball in there. She had like some random toy, some sand. I mean, you name it. This fanny
Yeah.
pack.
Chloe's part of the cool club.
She just didn't
Will
even-
G said not the man is the plankton. So I guess the plankton is what glows in the dark, but I guess it lights up where the manas are.
Okay.
Because it's
Yeah,
You get
I've
to see
seen
the manas.
I've seen that on TV.
let's see. People seem to be afraid of the whale sharks and manta rays. They're big, but they can't do much to you. I have a deep love for manta rays. So I did learn on that video that I put out that manta rays, you can't touch the manta rays because the oil with your bare hands, because the oil on your skins or whatever will mess with them.
Oh,
I've heard that about sea turtles too. They told us when we were in Hawaii swimming with them not to touch them because the oil on our hands will cause them to develop like a nodule, and it can turn cancerous on their shell or something. I was like,
Okay.
okay. Of course, that was like 20 years ago, but stuck with me.
Yep. You learned something from it.
Yeah, so don't touch them.
The Bud Files, welcome in.
Are we gonna sing?
No, again, I'm up here. I'm actually like looking at this screen doing something, and I forgot. Oh man, I got to move my mic over here because I mean you could hear me, but it probably sounded like I'm in a distance.
Oh, I should have titled this Prime Time, since there was no prime time tonight. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna change the
Hey, come on
title.
tonight.
I'm not
Just
going
make
to
sure you
start.
put the real in front of it.
All right, I'm gonna. I choose peace tonight.
Yeah. So what's everybody got going on? Anything fun coming up this week?
No. Tomorrow I'll be running errands. And that's it. And then I'm working. School starts here next week, so everything.
Already?
Yeah, I know, right? And when we were, I mean, I don't know about you, Bill, but when I was younger, school started like right after Labor Day, right?
Yes.
I mean, based
And
off that
now,
comment,
like,
it sounded
it's
like
getting
Bill went
earlier
to
and do
I
what?
mean,
sounded
yeah,
like Bill went to school on a horse and buggy or something.
it took a little while to get all the rocks and the little things that you carve into the stone to make your tablets. Yeah, we still started after Labor Day.
We heard about the one-room schoolhouses this morning back in the 80s.
Yeah.
In the 1880s.
Well, and I did. I used to have to walk 5 miles each way to school.
Uphill both ways.
It was tough.
Cruise Vet says it starts on Monday where he is too. See, it must be catching on everywhere that they're starting now before Labor Day.
Oh, party foul.
Oh, and Scott McNeil says they start there too next week. So that must be the new thing. School starts
Well,
before
Scott's in
Labor Day.
Florida as well. We're in Maryland. We don't start till the end of August. I think it's do you know what day it was? She is paying no attention to me whatsoever. Good talk. Yeah, it's like the last week of August or something here. Uncle Dave says whale sharks are massive. They look like they swim slow, but compared to humans, they are really moving quick. The real time, prime time o'clock. Yeah, he'll like that title too.
Well, when you don't do prime time anymore, that's what happens.
Will G said he's going to see Joan Jett. Actually, tomorrow we're going to see a 30-foot rubber duck. So they have a 30-foot tall rubber duck that's floating up the rivers. They're taking it all over the place. I guess all over the United States. And
Wow.
It's our time to have it. So it's a big thing over in St. Mary's County. So we're going to see it tomorrow morning. It's been there all weekend with all kinds of activities. It doesn't take much to please us around here. Yep, Vet starts Monday. Uncle Dave says, keep up the good work, Scott. Rob with Cruise Brother. Hello, everybody. Hope all is well with all. That's cruising on the high seas incognito.
You know, I always wondered who that was because it was like the very first day I signed up for Cruise Brothers, he popped in.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the? Who was this?
At first, I thought it was somebody from admin or something. Like,
I'm
heard
like,
us all
who is-
talking about it.
Yeah, I'm like, who is this? Oh, thanks for telling me that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. He'll be on the booze cruise with us. Meg, are you not afraid of marine life? People got to educate themselves on which species and their behavior habits and learn what not to do and which species to swim with and which not to swim with. Yep.
Yeah, but if you're out there swimming, how do you decide which ones are swimming with you?
That's my worry. It's like you're swimming next to a shark, and then like he looks over at you a couple times, and he's like, well, "I'm kind of hungry." Oh. So how you know he's not going to do that at any point? So they're really trying to give a lot of money to Georgia Aquarium because they are the only aquarium researching and have a whole aquarium built for whale sharks. People don't know much about them. Okay.
There's probably so much we don't know about the ocean. Well, not probably. There's so much we don't know about the ocean.
Yep.
Good night, Michael Ann. Have a good night.
Good night, Michael Ann.
Yep. Thanks for coming in. Love this crew. They're all so supportive. Megs the Seas. I'm just all over like you are. Watch and hang around the good ones. I appreciate you, Meg. Yep, we all appreciate Meg. She does a lot for the community. She's a mod in a lot of people's channels,
A lot of people.
and she helps out with any kind of charity stuff on different channels, and she does a lot for the community. Says she'll lend you her abacus.
Thank you. I need it. You hear that, Sherry? I get an abacus.
Taking my youngest to college Saturday. Man, I somewhat look forward to it, but I don't look forward to it.
Right.
My middle child, she was going to go to college, but now she wants to do Coast Guard. She actually, Meg, she's right up your alley. She wants to be a marine biologist. So she's hoping to do the Coast Guard and maybe get into the schools with them to become a marine biologist.
I forget when I went to Alaska, they had a naturalist on board. I forget where she went to school at. And it seems like Emily, I don't remember her last name, on Luminosa. It seemed like she wanted to be something like that, a marine biologist.
Excuse me. Rob's always sneaky.
I feel so much better when I saw that. I really did. I'm trying to figure out, how did they know? I mean, what's going on here? I really just started saying that I actually signed up for it. It's like, how did they know?
You've been
So then
speaking too close to Alexa.
Right. Well, that's Alexa.
Luckily, mine doesn't listen. When you educate yourself, you will be able to identify which ones and obvious to you. Yep.
Yeah. Well, so again, you'll be able to identify it. So, here comes a bad one, and I'm in the middle of the water. Yikes. I guess that would be my fear.
Yeah. Danny D, Meg is my mod partner. That's why I always try and help her out when she's not available to be in streams, and help her and Paul and everyone else during the cruise-a-thon. Yep, you do help a lot of people there, Danny, as well. See, I'm a German major. Please encourage her. My family said that I shouldn't do that, so I changed majors. Okay.
That's interesting. A German major, like in the language or like history.
Yeah.
I guess that's a really cool major, I think.
I'm cruising in February with my son, his wife, and 2 of my granddaughters.
Oh.
Y'all pray for me.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Are you all maybe because they're all in the same room? That's why he says pray for me.
Oh man, that'd be a tough one. I'm already dreading Alaska because this would be the first time I had any of the kids in the room with us. We normally do separate rooms for the kids, but 2 of my kids will no longer be. Well, my son will still be living with me, but my middle daughter, is going to be moving down to Florida with her mom to start the Coast Guard stuff. So, but we'll see. Who knows? By then, she may want to move back up here. We'll see. She's going to Sam Houston State for criminology. Oh, that's okay. Wants to be an FBI.
Good.
She'll be close to down here. She'll be about halfway between. Yeah, she'll only be like 3 hours north of me. That's cool.
Oh, look who showed up.
Yeah, the captain's in.
Hey.
I have a major in lunch and a minor as a captain.
I like the first name.
Kurt probably thinks you have a major in something. All right. Old Kurt and Marcia, his sworn enemies. Let's see. No. I have my own room. Okay. That's now you have your sanctuary. You can go to your own room. Okay. Uncle Dave's the criminal justice. And I'm finally caught up in the chat. We got a good amount of people here. 26 people.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
And everybody. So once again, I'll tell everybody, just doing a live to catch up with everybody. I know I said everybody a million times, but I'm not the best at speaking on here. But
You do
trying
great.
to get some hours for people down bottom. We don't really need the hours anymore, Bill and myself, but we'd like to come on and talk to everybody and see what's going on, see what kind of traveling everybody's up to. So if you want to check out their channels, go ahead and post your links in there so they can join you and get you your watch hours. And anybody in the chat have anything interesting going on in the next couple weeks? Let us know. We will be going to Vegas in October. That's our next trip.
October what?
October
Clark?
4th to the 11th.
4th to the 11th. Okay.
You're leaving right as my mother-in-law's coming in.
I got you. Lassette Livingston, thanks for coming in. Let's see, Will G, 3.5 hours from us in Killian, Texas. Going to be empty nesters. Oh, we done lost Bill. Bill done dropped out.
Bye, Bill.
He went to go get his hoodie.
Yep. Got a little chilly. Chilly on the set. There you go. Cruise Vet says 30 days to navigate it at ease.
I'm
Got
jealous.
the bid accepted.
I'm jealous.
That's always good to have the royal upbid accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Gaylors, welcome in.
Welcome in.
Uncle Dave says he's got September 24th on the Glory for 7 days.
Oh, so he's on that before you guys are on that. Isn't that what you guys are on for the booze cruise? Is the Glory?
Yeah. Yep.
We're on the Glory. That's correct. How to decide what to do at a cruise port if there is more than one thing you like? Coin toss.
Tough decisions.
It's got to be.
The way
It's
I
got to be something.
decide- Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say the way I decide, I say, honey, what do you want to do? And then she'll decide.
Yeah, I mean, more than likely, it's one thing you want to do more than the other. And
Yeah.
just do that. But again, if it's two things that you really like to do, you can't go wrong with either one. You got to
You
come
know
back
what?
again.
And that's what I was going to say. Well, that means you just have to plan another trip to go back.
Yep. Normally I do whatever, like if something's in season better for right then,
Right.
or something along those lines that maybe you might not be able to see it the next time you come. So you do that one over the other one.
And I know Bill and I've had this conversation before, but I feel like sometimes a cruise is like an appetizer, right? You're testing out the port to see if you like it, right? You might not be able to do everything you want, but if you really like it, you might just plan a trip to go back there for like a week or something. But
Right.
that's the way I kind of view, like St. Thomas, that's like my favorite island. So I know that, every time I go, I do something different. But I might not always do something different because I always end up doing the favorite thing I like. But I know that I would definitely go back there and I can spend a week there easily. But it's like you're testing the island out or the port out when you first go, and you might want to go back. You might find that was too short a time and you want to go there and spend a whole trip there instead of taking a cruise. So,
Yep. Like I said, that's why normally the first time I go to an island, I try to do a tour around the entire island or as much of the island as I can get to, so that next time I come back, I know places I want to go to, or spend a
Right.
day at a resort or something. So you get a little bit more familiar with the island.
Right.
The worst thing you can do though is, well, at least it was for me, was trying to do everything. So here, let me book 2 excursions, rush from one excursion to the next excursion, and you just wear yourself out, and you wind up not enjoying either excursion. So I just pick one, do that, enjoy it, and just plan to come back again.
Yep.
I
Don't
agree.
stress yourself out trying to get from one to the other. Make sure you had enough time to do it.
Right.
Yep.
I agree with that because we've done that too, and it's like the whole first excursion you're worried about getting to that second one, and then, like you said, you're just not enjoying it. We always kind of look at like sometimes price is a factor, but what's something you've maybe never done that this is the only time you could do it here? Like if it's one snorkeling and one's seeing pyramids or something like ruins or something, like what can you do at another port and not at another?
There you go, Bill. Pyramids. There's
Pyramids.
There's a
I
segue
actually-
into your river cruise.
I am going to start looking into that, Mike. Seriously.
Scrow's
That's-
Nest, welcome in.
As far as is trying to get that together and maybe put together like a group cruise. Or you and I can both put together like a group cruise.
And are you talking the end of next year? Is that what it was?
It probably 25.
End of
And-
25?
Maybe the end of 25, maybe early 26. I mean, I know we're going a ways out, but we have so many things. Well, at least I know you doing that.
I got a lot of stuff, but so end of 25, the only thing I do for sure had planned is the weekend going down to Florida to hit Epic Universe, because I do want to hit that the first year it opens up.
Okay.
And I think somebody said that you may be interested in going down there with us on that one. Was that the case?
I don't think I've talked about it, but I wouldn't mind that.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind.
So it's just a
like
matter of
Disney.
figuring out because I have a timeshare and I have a bunch of points with Wyndham. Well, Wyndham has a property right on Disney's. Wyndham has a property right on Disney property,
Okay.
and it's the only one that's not affiliated with Disney. But you're right there on property, and you can still go right out. 1 mile to the right is Disney Springs. Right to the left of you is the Riviera Resort. Right across the street is Epcot and a couple other ones. But normally, if I get a group together, I just do the rooms at whatever the hell the maintenance fees cost me, and then go from there. And I know in the past that before Thanksgiving, for 10 days, it was like right around $1,000 for 10 days.
Okay.
And this is a resort with 6 swimming pools, 2 lazy rivers, a bunch of stuff there. So you wouldn't be you're not going to get that anywhere else down at Disney for that cheap. But we'll have to see then. Let's see here.
But that means
Those ones slide-
warm strong. That means you have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with everybody because you'll be.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I'm kidding.
Well, we do normally, so we'll have full kitchens in the places. So we do normally like eat together when we go down there as a big group. Not to say we eat together all the time, but we'll have they have grills and stuff. So we'll cook out, like have a big massive cookout, and like somebody will make potato salad or somebody will do something, or just go to the store and grab some stuff, and then we'll get together and do it all. But that's just an option.
And that's a good way to do it too. I mean, it just saves you a
It
ton of
really
money.
is. It really is.
Because plus, if you do, like, you could do some extras, do it like on one of the first days you're down there and get some extra stuff, cook it up, and then you have it in the refrigerator for leftovers, like when you come back from the parks or midday if you're staying at the resort during the day. So that is why we fly direct into places, stay on the island, have all week to take our time to do what we want. Yep, you were saying Cozumel, you all really love going down there. Gaylors. I leave the choices to my wife. Yep, that's the easy way. I am willing to do whatever she wants.
Right.
Plus, the one way to look at that is if it's a bad excursion, I'm glad I didn't pick that one. Good choice. Oh, hang on. You should have seen the look I just got for some reason.
Uh-oh.
But, yep, that's the way out. I'll make the deviled eggs if Bill makes the potato salad. Bill, you put raisins in your potato salad?
Right. Sounds like a plan. I'm not a big fan of potato salads either.
Bill's gonna make us pancakes and bacon.
That I can do.
I was about to say that. Like I heard Bill makes awesome breakfast.
I do. I love it. Hash
All I need is
browns,
bacon.
cup of coffee. I'm good. You'll see me in 6 hours.
Well, and last time we were in Disney. Sorry, Chloe. Of course, I'm on live. Here she comes. Last time we Amazon ordered like peanut butter and jelly stuff, and it was great to have in the room. Just like when you've been walking all day and it's hot, or just a quick little throw it in our backpacks and save some money to get the actual Mickey treat we wanted. So I think that's a great idea.
So there's a super Walmart right down the street. So normally, like I'm gonna drive when I go down there just so I can go to the resorts or go resort hopping if go to the parks or resort hopping or whatever I want to do while I'm down there. So I'll definitely have my vehicle, and we'll go hit the super Walmart down there, get a bunch of groceries the day we get down there, and then keep it in the room.
So here's a tip too. Target and Walmart near the parks have their clothing and any type of like merchandise you want. That's Disney.
A gigantic section of it.
They have a gigantic section and it's a lot cheaper than buying it in the parks. They even have the Disney ponchos for rain and stuff. So
that's where we got the ears the one year.
Yeah, that's where we got our Mickey ears the one year.
They have a huge section there.
I went to Walmart and got ears too because I'm not buying Chloe $25-$40 ears for her to just throw on the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
They were
especially at that age, like it gets hot or whatever, and they
were
want to get
just
that
as
thing off
cute.
their head.
I mean, they were just as cute and trendy.
Denise says, I picked the excursions, and he says, okay. Yep.
And that's
the
it.
way it works. We like staying at as the Mares. Not sure where that is. Sorry. Never been there. Anybody on that? What's that word?
Maharis? I don't know.
Maharis. That Jay's probably like Maharis. Hamaris.
I don't know.
We'll take that down. We'll just say, sure. Yep. Good choice.
I want to do, I want to eventually, and right now it's not on the books, but I want to go out of California and go down and do Cabo and all of those islands. Because I've never done the western side except for, Alaska or whatever. I would love to go out of California. Cabo is supposed to be beautiful. My friend goes there to a timeshare like every year. So I want to see it. I just don't want to go to Cabo. Like I want to go to whatever stops they have over there because I've only been to California once. So
I really
list for the next couple of years. What, Bill?
I really enjoyed it out there, but again, I don't know whether because I haven't done it much. I've been out there twice, and I had a blast in Cabo, Ensenada, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta.
It's beautiful.
It was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, furthest west I've ever been is Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas.
That's right. Those of you just tuning in, tomorrow night's show, my 7:00 show with the wife, we will have some giveaways. So if you want to tune in tomorrow night, we'll be doing some giveaways for our thank you for helping us get to monetization. So I made a whole 45 cents this week. I'm really kicking it. I might even have 45 cents to throw in the air so I can swim in it. But thanks for getting me there. Let's see. Have any of y'all been to Nassau since the port rebuild? I know Jennifer has.
We have. We actually just posted a video this week, about I think on Thursday about it. It wasn't open at the time that we were there, so we couldn't go and show you all the details, like with the new shops and stuff. But it's really, really nice. Really, really shaded areas, like when you're walking down the pier. There's a lot of sitting areas and trees, and it's really nice. I definitely would. I wouldn't stay on the boat. I would go check it out, or ship. I would go check it out.
Well, it just so happens, Uncle Dave, that this group cruise right here stops at Nassau. So if you'd like to join this group cruise, you could get off the ship right there and check it out.
And we're all on it.
Yep. Let's see. Will G says, we have WorldMark timeshare, which is now owned by Wyndham. Yep. So if you can go to Bonnet Creek, Wyndham Bonnet Creek, that's where I stay at. And it's an awesome resort. We're going to Catalina and Ensenada on the Navigator. They're doing the Catalina wine mixer.
I've never done Catalina. I'd like to go there one day.
It's in Mexico. Lots of all inclusive there. Okay, that's the one that I think that he's talking about from Will G.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Island next, Cancun. Majora's is Spanish for woman. Okay. Scrow's Nest is saying goodnight. Good night, Randy. Thanks for coming in.
Good night, Scrow's Nest. Enjoy Fort Lauderdale.
Good night, Scrow's Nest.
I think.
Oh, that's right. He's leaving for his back-to-back.
I think Cruising on the High Sea had a question, kind of couple up.
Sorry. How many cruises do you have on the books planned? I think I got 10 on the books, but 6 for sure. I guess I'll start with me. I have 9 already booked right now. I have what you call an addiction. If anybody wants to start the intervention, they are okay. Sherry, what you got?
I have 1, 2, 3 booked and 4 planned.
Okay. Bill?
I have 6 booked with 3 planned.
And Jen?
I have 6 planned, but I have 2 of them considering on top of that. Oh my gosh.
Sure, Jen.
I'm sorry, Chloe.
No,
So you have, let's say you have 2 planned. Would you have 2 booked?
I have 6 booked, and then I have
6
2 that I'm looking at.
Gotcha.
Andrew's right over her shoulder, so she really can't give us the real totals.
Right. Sorry,
Listen,
Andrew.
I have 6 booked.
6 booked.
Yep.
And I have the what's that thing? The Helen meetup. I have that in the book. So my 2024 is gone already with vacation time.
I plan on hitting that one too. When I said something to my wife about going to Helen in March, she's like, "Where are you going?" So I might end up being solo on that one.
Okay, Andrew took Chloe into the other room. So I'm looking at just joking. No, I really was considering the Tropic Like It's Hot. Now I heard Bama has one in March. I have to go look at. and then Disney. I mean, I didn't include those. So I'm probably close to 10, honestly. If I, but does the back-to-back count as 2? Because I really just want to count it as 1.
Well, if
It's
that's
2.
the case, I only have 8 then.
Right. It's 2. You paid for 2.
Fiddlesticks. The Gaylors say they'll be in Nassau in 73 days.
Nice.
That's gonna be the new port is really nice. I mean, what I liked about it is they have, like, how long that pier was. It seemed like you were walking forever. There's no shade. It was just kind of no railing. I mean, it was just a bunch of concrete. Well, now they've got like nice shaded areas. They've got an area for the golf carts and stuff to go through. So if you need assistance, they have a whole area for that. They have that new building. They're going to have like some performances, I believe, in there. And then they said that they have like the new shops area were really pretty. And then they had like nice new trees and bench seating and stuff. It was really nice. It felt safer.
Okay. Having performances, that'll really keep you to where you don't really have to leave the port much. If you want to just stay there in the shopping area and stuff.
Yeah.
Cruise Nut says they have 6 cruises and 8 fly-in directs. Man, I want to be like Mike.
That's who I want to be when I grow up.
No interdictions needed. We are your people. Okay. Let's see here.
It never fails. As soon as I get on live, Chloe's like, "Mama, Mama, Mama, let me drop everything."
Like Stewie
Goodness.
from Family Guy.
Well, my brother stopped by, so Andrew was outside talking to him, and she's like running around like with her head. I mean, she was trying to get in. Oh, she knew we were distracted.
I'm cold. Sorry.
Maybe you need a hoodie.
Randy says send them the link for Tuesday night.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't set it up yet. That's why I haven't sent it.
Rocco's Modern Life. I really didn't ever get into that cartoon. I just say Fiddlesticks because it sounds funny. Let's see here.
That's funny. The amount of cruises that the people in this community have booked is crazy.
Cruising on the high seas. I'll be on the West Coast in 81 days.
Crazy.
81 days. How's that work out?
Behind. It seems like everybody has 9 cruises booked.
I know. It's great. Crazy.
Well, Will G is on World America with us.
Oh,
He's on
good.
FRGC with me. And I want to say there may be another one. I don't think they're doing Tropic Like It's Hot, but I'm not 100% sure. I think he said he had something else planned that time.
When is Tropic Like It's Hot? When is that?
That is January of 25.
January of
Out
25.
of Galveston.
And it's pretty cheap too. 7-day
like,
with a balcony was only $1,400 for
I
us.
was gonna say, yeah. I think I saw 1800.
What ship?
Harmony of the Seas,
Harmony of the Seas. Okay.
Oasis class ship.
I'm still considering that one. I guess. I mean, that one's it's such a good price.
Now, granted, that was a couple months ago when I booked it, so I don't know what the prices are now. But
I don't think it's gone up by much because I was looking at it was a couple hundred maybe.
Yeah, I'm doing an interior balcony just because I've never done an interior balcony before, and I want to get a room tour of that just because it's something different. I like changing it up a little. I've done I'll still need an Allure, but other than that, I'll have all the Oasis class other than Allure of the Seas. Hey, Sherry, your icon, when you close the camera, still says a J for Jane Doe. My
Yeah,
name is
Danny
Mike.
set that account up as John Doe, so it shows up with the J.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Mike, and I'm a cruisaholic. That works for several of us in here. Cherish them times, Jennifer. You can never get them back. That's for sure. My kids grew up so fast it isn't funny.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you mean? I'm on the West Coast in 81 days and sail off in 83 days. Well, I say that because in 81 days, well, in 83 days, we're sailing out of New Orleans, and New Orleans is not on the West Coast.
South.
It's on the South Coast.
Huh. That's curious. Tropic like it's hot. What day is it again?
Well, let me look at cruise.
Is it June 20?
My shipmate.
January 26th.
It
January
sounds right.
26th. Gotcha.
25th, 26th. Shipmate. January 26th. Now we're going. It's out. Leaving out of Galveston. Going to Cox and Hole, Roatan. That is that a different port? I'm used to going to. I mean, it's still Roatan. I'm not sure.
Probably just Royals.
Costa Maya. Well, still, we went to the same port for Norwegian as we did for Royal. So I don't know if they all share the same port or not. Costa Maya and Cozumel. It's that same Western Caribbean. But whoever goes and would like to split a golf cart with me in Costa Maya, after doing that the last time with Eddie, that's probably what I'm going to do from now on when I go to Costa Maya, unless there's a really good excursion that anybody would like to do. But it's fun just getting somewhere that you've never been before and getting on a golf cart and just going and doing whatever you want to.
I'm looking at a price of $703 per person for a balcony.
Okay.
So $1,406. Hold on. Let me see if that didn't include it. Probably.
Now, is that an ocean view or is that an interior?
That was a balcony. 1680 a balcony. And that includes the taxes and fees.
Well, remember, like I said, they got interior balconies.
Oh, I'm
doing an interior balcony.
Yeah, this is just
because I've never done one. I think I'm overlooking Central Park.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go back. This one says we pick your room. I went the cheapest route. We pick your room. Hold on.
The guarantee. Yep.
But let me see if no, see, it doesn't say like interior or whatever. 818 and you pick your room. Central Park View 818, Boardwalk View 828, Ocean View 898.
I mean, that's close. I would probably just go with the Ocean View if you'd prefer that. Just because like I said, I'm just doing it because it's something different, and it was cheap.
I prefer the interior.
Well, normally that's what I do is interior, but since they were cheaper, it was only like $100 difference. It was weird how close it was to an interior price. So I was like, let's go ahead and do it. Even though I shouldn't have, because 2025 is one of my expensive years, because that's the Alaska. Danny D says 47 days until I head to Chicago to see my big bro, his girlfriend, and meet her parents, and a dog for the first time, and meet her too. Going to the Cubs game. It's $165 for 5 people to go to the game. That's cheap.
That's not bad.
Yep. Let's see here. Bone Tire said they got 3 booked. October of 23, that's the Booze Cruise. January 24, not sure what she's doing that one. And then October of 24. Backseat Gamer says, I'm bored. What is this stream? Just talking about cruising and vacation. That's what we got going on over here. Will G. No, on a 14-day on Galveston in January 25. That's what I thought you said you had something like that going on, Will G. In February 2024, I'll be welcoming grand number 4. Oh, grandchild number 4. We'll be on a Jubilee with Ark Adventures in January. Okay. I'm at Ark Adventures on the Vloggers Cruise. Very nice couple. Had a lot of fun with them. And I believe they're going to be, you said January 24? They must be pretty booked because I thought they're going to be on the first sailing of Icon as well. I thought they put that on their one of their pages, but I could be wrong on that one.
Hey, Mike.
Yep.
When we get to the responses for that one, don't put them on the screen.
Okay.
Come on, Mike.
I'm easy. Interior.
I wouldn't say that too loud.
Yeah. Will G said he'll be in Nassau in 66 days. Well, I'm almost booked up in 2025 and all booked up for 2024.
Same. We're looking at 2026 now.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm afraid so. I mean, this is going to be an expensive couple of years.
Yep. Make sure you leave your spot open, Jen, for the Ireland, Scotland.
That's
What is
going to
that?
be our main trip for that year.
That's 2026.
Oh, you didn't hear about that group cruise?
No.
Yeah, Jen and I are
Breaking news.
planning that. We talked about it one day because my wife's her parents, one's from Scotland, one's from Ireland. Well, ancestors. So she's been wanting to do a cruise to Ireland and Scotland, and they have it's either a 12 or 14 day that leaves out of some leave out of Amsterdam, but I think Amsterdam may be closing their port or something, is what I read. But they also go out of England as well. So either one, whatever one works.
Yeah.
But that's what my plan is for 26. I'm going to try to get that one as soon as I get dates, because they only do a couple of those cruises a year. So as soon as I get dates for 26, I'm going to get it set and try to get the group together, whoever's interested in it. I know there's been a few people that have said that they are interested in it.
We're definitely one of them.
It's funny because I was just looking at my my heritage. And see, Eddie laughed when I said this before. Eddie laughed. Is Eddie in here?
I have not seen Eddie tonight.
Maybe in the bushes.
Let me see here. See if I can get you to see this. Whoops. This is 23andMe. 29%. And it's like British. Well, European. 29% British.
British, Irish.
And Irish.
That's
So
cool.
kiss me. I'm Irish. Oh, hold on. Stop. Never mind.
Yeah.
Forget I said that out loud.
So,
Prime time.
backseat gamer.
Right. Yeah, just forget I said that out loud.
Bone Tower says January 2024 is a girls' cruise with 10 nurses on Valor going to Costa Maya and Cozumel. October 2024
That's
is
going
on
to be
Spirit
cool.
out of Mobile. Okay. Should be a good time. Yep, that interior cabin, and you get a little bit of rocking on that ship. Man, it feels like you're on sleeping pills because it definitely wants you to go to sleep quick.
It's the best, especially if you had a couple drinks in the casino.
Yeah. That's the best time, actually. I mean, quiet as it's kept.
Understand that when I'm on a cruise or I'm on vacation, I want to spend every minute that I possibly can awake and doing something.
Same.
And on a cruise, it's a lot of times it's like, Well, I guess I can lay in this bed for a couple seconds, and yeah, it doesn't work out well most of the time.
Oh.
If I ever fall, like if I ever sit down, I'm usually there for at least 45 minutes. Take a
Monday
little
through
nap.
Monday through Friday, I struggle to get up like in the mornings. Like I'm like, I gotta give myself that pep talk, right? On a cruise ship, as soon as the sun is, it's like 6 a.m. I'm like, hello world.
Really?
But then I like to stay up late too.
Denise,
Yeah,
I guess I'll have to put you down as far as the Ireland Scotland cruise as well. So
you don't have it planned. You just think you're just.
I mean, it's going to be as soon as they give me the dates. We're gonna plan it. It's just a matter of those cruises. They don't release them too far ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that's the only downside.
Those flights should be interesting to look at.
Yeah. So we haven't picked a cruise line yet. I prefer Royal just because I'm loyal to Royal most of the time. But if NCL has one going over there and they're still doing the buy one, get one free on the flights, then I'm definitely going to take that into account so that it might save us a little bit of money on their airfare, but we'll have to see. Fairy Dust, welcome in. Thanks for coming in tonight. Rob says, I might need to take out a mortgage to keep up with the habit or a 2-3 job to keep up with it. Yep.
Well, I'm going to win the $1.55 billion for the Mega Millions, so I wouldn't have to worry about it.
I just I was looking at that myself, and I'm like, yeah, I'm worrying about paying for this isn't going to be nothing.
Will G says they're waiting for 2026 to open up more. Well, they said 2025, so I guess that was. I thought all of 25 was out. Maybe not. Maybe not.
No, when I looked at Royal, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a little
You
bit
guys
of an
just plan
overachiever.
way too far ahead that the cruise lines can't keep up with your planning.
Bone tired, yes. Denise, I am doing Alaska as well as that one over there. Yep, that's the one. Jennifer, it's
We're doing
actually
Alaska.
she was the one who started it, and then Bruce created the group. And actually, I booked friend the other couple, our friends that we were hanging out with today. They are going on the Alaska cruise with us as well. So they'll be on the Alaska cruise and they'll be on the Utopia as well.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's exciting. I'm excited about that trip. The more research I do, the more I get excited.
Denise says I could squeak by on that 565 million cash payout.
Yeah, barely.
It might be tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Betty
Wow,
J,
you're
thanks for
up
coming in.
late.
Betty.
You're up late, girl.
Are you just going to the bathroom in the middle of the night? Is that what it is? Are you just checking the computer to see what's going on? Let's see what we got here. Jennifer is looking perky. Chloe must be to sleep. Mommy's having adult time.
I'm having adult time, but Chloe, she's in the other room.
Betty,
probably getting ready for
The
bed.
glimmer in her eye is we're planning cruises.
That's it.
That's what it is.
Revived my spirit.
That's kind of sad.
No.
Oh, you have a glow about yourself. Yeah, I'm talking cruising.
I mean, I've been with Chloe all day. We've had a lot of mommy Chloe time.
And yes, Betty, it's almost my bedtime.
Chloe was loving. I was like, "Do you remember this?" Of course, she doesn't remember. I'm like, "Do you remember going here, seeing the princesses?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You don't remember." Mommy does.
Mike got all this energy because he got monetized. Well, I got all this energy because I haven't been on it live every day for the last like 7 days straight. So it kind of takes it out of you when you're doing one every single day, along with the work and all the other crap. So I'm revived from that.
It does. I was looking at our stuff today. We've been live every day since July 21st, which is not that long, but definitely I can see where if you're doing this for months, like 5, all these morning shows and stuff, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
All the planning and stuff. My hat's off to them.
Hey, Mike and Rihanna, did you ever get your notifications about being monetized yet?
Yeah, I heard last night that they said that they
I thought they said to put in for it.
Yeah, I wasn't on last night. I'm not sure what. I heard they announced yesterday that they were only 5 hours away or something.
I thought they said they had it. I thought they said he put in for it. I thought
Okay.
I don't know. And again, whose chat it was, because I go to so many different chats. But that's why I asked, because they said they had put in for it. And I know it usually like 24 hours ish. They usually send you some notification.
Betty's got a question for you, Bill.
Yeah, this is my date right here, Betty. YouTube is my mistress.
Hi there.
Mike, please, not with I still got pictures of you in a dress. Please, Mike, don't do that.
I was just saying the troll earlier.
Oh boy.
So those of you who just come in, I think Fairy Dust and Betty, and I'm sure there's probably a couple other ones. Come check out my show tomorrow night, 7 p.m. I will have my wonderful bride with me. She turned, I'm not going to tell you what age today. And so her birthday was today. We went out and did a couple things. And she had a lot of fun. And tomorrow she'll be on there helping me give away some stuff for everybody, helping me reach monetization. It's mostly going to be ideal for people that are in the cruise community. It's what it's mostly based off of. So sorry if the prizes aren't up to your standards, but figured the majority of the people are cruisers. But I appreciate everybody equally. And I appreciate everybody coming in and talking with us and joking around with us. It's a fun time all the time.
It is. I mean, again, and I mean the trinkets. Those you can really appreciate. I don't care what it is. If I win something, I'm happy. So that should be a lot of fun.
So do you all have any planned lives this week other than your normal? So Sherry, you got your Tuesday and Saturday. You got anything planned? You said something about possibly be doing some pop-ups at lunchtime throughout the week.
Yeah, it just depends on what's going on with work. So I wouldn't know until 15 minutes before if I'm doing a lunchtime live, but I'll probably do a few if I can sneak some in this week, because they seem to be helping even out the hours that I'm losing. So that way my Tuesday, Saturday, I'm actually gaining because the lunchtime's taking away the ones that I'm losing.
So you might do a real pop-up.
They're always pop-ups at lunchtime, Bill. I did them all last week. They are real pop-ups. They're about 15 to 5 minutes before I'm going live.
Well, again, that's a pop-up. Some people like, hey, I'm gonna have a pop-up Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. I know. A scheduled pop-up.
Scheduled pop-up.
That may not show up. That's the pop-up.
Well, ooh. You never know what you're going to get in a box of chocolate, as Betty would say.
That is true.
Jennifer, you have any scheduled lives?
Not scheduled on my own. I was trying to convince Bill to do a 12-hour with us on Thursday.
What day was that? That was Thursday or something, wasn't it?
Like a real, I was trying to get Andrew to do it, not me.
If I knew what was going on, I would do a 12-hour with y'all. But next weekend I got a couple things planned. But if I actually had a date where I knew what was going on, I would do a 12-hour.
If
Really?
Thursday I
believe
do
I
that
can
banking
do
with
it.
Bill.
That's true. Maybe we can
So-
all chat offline about a 12-hour. Maybe with intermissions.
Yeah. I might one day from 11, like 11 to 11.
Right. I don't want to do no crazy overnight
Yeah.
like
Well, you could sleep apparently and count it.
well, I was just thinking I would be afraid of falling asleep and a troll
Let me
getting in my
check the rule book.
chat.
Oh, well,
Check the rule book.
hey. Go right. See again. I'm so disappointed in Eddie. I thought he was a go for the record, but he got off, and I'm like, okay, he came up a little short. But I didn't realize he left it up until I came on this morning, and people were talking about the 12-hour live and all this other stuff. I'm like, wait, well, let me check this out. And
Yeah, 'cause
he
you
went
were on there to the end last night because I hopped off about 1 a.m. I was only on for like an hour. I was in here doing some editing and stuff last night, and so I was only on for like an hour, and then y'all went on for like another hour, maybe 2.
It was a little while. I mean, again, I had a good conversation. I was talking to the Mustard Drill, and we had a good conversation.
Eric B, welcome in. So, sir, have you gotten your 137 hours? That was the last post that I got last night. Hopefully so, or yesterday. Hopefully so. If not, give us your count. And make sure everybody goes over and checks them out.
I'm running a playlist right now for Eric B.
Yeah. I think
got
Eric
great
B
content.
he has about 65 hours to go from last night.
65.
That's gonna be my guess. I don't know.
That's the
He
bet
hasn't said
man right
anything.
there.
I gamble on everything, Mike.
That's right. That's why I'm booking
Life
it.
is a gamble.
Put it on the books.
Life is
Get
Matter
the
of
wagers
fact,
ready.
Mike, you're training for Princess. Did you see how you can gamble all over the ship on your laptop? I mean, they're going to have. You didn't see that?
I have not done Princess yet. So I need
Oh
to
my
go on there and do my
goodness!
stuff.
They have an app. It's like your
BetMGM?
betting on your phone. He says, "Oh, he still needs 121."
Oh, okay.
121.
It's not. That's still not much.
I'm running.
Everybody go check him out. He's got great content.
He really
All
does.
around.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Nice. And if y'all are going on the booze cruise and stuff, he has a lot of like New Orleans, like Louisiana.
Yep.
I know he's near that area.
That's where he
But-
lives. Yeah.
I found a playlist that I'm watching or running right now, and I was like, man, this is really kind of cool.
It's got parades, got some
Yeah.
information on the airport,
Zoo.
a whole lot of information, and overseas, all kinds of different places.
Yeah.
He just did a trip for 21 days in Europe. So everybody go check him out.
Oh, he gains some and lose some every day. Yeah.
You're in my
I,
ball field over there, Eric.
Trust me,
That's
that-
my problem.
That last 165 hours for me was a struggle because I'd look on the analytics from last year, and I'm supposed to only lose like 0.2 hours or up to 2 hours, and I'd go to bed that night. I'd lose 15 hours, and I'm like, man, they're just killing me. But finally, I got it. I did a couple lives at the end that really pushed me over. But yeah, it's that last 200 hours was a struggle for me. I don't know how it was for you, Bill. Whether or not they seemed to take away a little bit more than what they were supposed to. Although you never hit your year, did you?
No, I actually got monetized 1 year to the day. So I never
cool.
lost any hours.
That's cool to do it exact 1 year.
Because that was my whole thing. That's why, you always saw me on live and everything, because I was trying to get monetized before they started taking hours away.
Mm-hmm. So when I started out, I didn't know anybody in YouTube whatsoever. I don't have any friends that do it. I don't have anybody. No one around me does this. So I didn't fall into this crew until I met Howie Cruz. I think I was in a Facebook group because I was going to out of Bayonne on a cruise, and they were on the same cruise with us. I never actually met them on that cruise, but I talked to them and I subscribed to their channel. I believe they subscribed to mine at that point, and I kind of would go into different chats. Well, I ended up going into one of the lives one night where it was Julie had to go out for some reason. I don't know if she was taking the kids somewhere or something, and it ended up being a guy's night. So it ended up being Josh from Have Luggage Will Travel, Lovey's Fat Life, Rayleigh, Blaine, Moonlight Adventures. So it was a cool panel, and I seen that and really liked all those channels. So I ended up subscribing to all those channels because it was a good live, and kind of liked all the people that were on that panel. And once I got into this group, I was laid off at the time, and I actually had time to go around and check everybody's channels out. And I was putting content out constantly, doing the little shorts every day and stuff like that. And that's kind of how I got in this group. But I was already in YouTube for a year, so at that point I was already starting to lose stuff.
That was us too. We were already around a year, and then we stumbled upon Have Luggage Will Travel planning for our dream trip, and we just happened to catch them live one night, and they were funny. It was Josh was he was on one of his rolls with, anyways, and that's how we came to this cruise community. It's probably around the same time clock.
Man, it was October of last year is when I got hooked up with this group.
Ours was about August of last year.
Okay.
We were December.
Let's see what everybody's got going on.
Good night, Betty. Have a good night.
Night, Betty.
Danny
No,
D
not
says she's
you.
pushing for her 500.
Sweet.
Betty says she had the uphill battle. Eric B says, I noticed in the mornings they always show less of hours than you gain as the day goes.
That's what's happening to me. Yes.
Betty had it a little bit different. Betty had her watch hours. She was pushing for subs.
Yeah. And that's the same thing See Me Traveling's doing right now. They have plenty of watch hours, but they don't have the subs. And that's it. I mean, I love their morning show in the morning. I try to watch that anytime I get a chance to, but of course that falls in when I'm at work. So unfortunately, I don't get the chance to get out other than Saturday mornings. And unfortunately, Saturday mornings are normally busy for me too, because I'm normally running around trying to get stuff done on the weekend. But anytime I get a chance, I always watch their show. So I really like how Kurt and Marcia go back and forth. And he's one of the only ones in this group that have a lot of.
Have they even talked about maybe even doing maybe a night just to get a different audience? Sometimes you have a different audience in the mornings than you do in the night, and that would bring them both together, right? And then they might be able to get some more subs that way.
Yeah, so I tried to get them to come on before. They like keeping it to their time in the morning, and I mean they'll do they did the Newlywed Game the one time. So he'll do it every once in a while. But I mean, I'd have them on my channel anytime they want to.
That might help.
that's a
Maybe
good
doing
time.
one live or 2 lives a month at night, maybe just to get a different crowd.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yep. And
I mean, 'cause I have different
definitely-
people at lunchtime than I do on my Tuesday, Sunday. I mean, some of the same people, but I also get some different audience in there at lunchtime. So
I would definitely like to get some kind of video with them on the booze cruise because they are on a booze cruise with us. But they're one of the only ones in this group that have a lot of content for MSC. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for any MSC stuff, go check out See Me Traveling.
And it's CME traveling, but it's pronounced CME.
Their name is Kurt and Marcia England. That's where the CME comes from.
And see, I didn't realize that for like the longest time. I thought it was like see me traveling, like
Yeah, me
Bye. see
too.
me
Yeah.
on, you know, like I was like, oh, that's really cool. Then I
Yep.
realized it was their names. I'm like, it works.
They said they're in the process of getting partially monetized.
Nice.
They're in review right now. Yeah, it normally takes like a day or two.
Yeah, I thought it was right around 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
So should probably by the time they wake up in the morning.
Denise said they hit the 50.
Sweet.
Danny, I'm thinking of being in the raid parade next week. It will be a video of all my Legos I've done. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
So, what else was I going to talk about?
You know what I want to do? You know what I'm start doing? I actually not want to do. I'm gonna start doing. We got all these group cruises. I am going to venture out our group and go to other groups, group cruises to get to see other cruisers and try to expand my market, so to speak. Because I mean, it's nice that we all go together on the cruise.
Yeah.
Well, you already kind of watch my stuff, so you know it's like
Yeah.
I need to expand that. So I think that my goal, because the family group, the family reunion group cruise, I was going to go on that one, but I think I'm going to go on Meet. I don't even know the name. Meet and I. They have a cruise about the same time because both of them are right around my birthday. So I think I might do that just to go to a different market and see if I can, get more viewers, more people into my channel.
Yeah.
Because it seems, I feel a little stagnated right now. Again, but I haven't put out a lot of content. I have, the lives have been about it. So a lot of that could be on me. But again, I think I'm going to try. I'm always trying to think of different ways to spread the Warm Strong brand around.
Am I the only one that'll join Facebook pages for Carnival, Royal Caribbean ship pages? And as long as they don't have the rules where you can't post videos, then I post my videos on there.
I still post. I just do it in the comments. I don't post like, hey, here's my page. But if someone's talking about something, like,
yeah,
I don't know, they want to go to Mendenhall Glacier,
hey,
right? I'm like, oh, well, go check out this video. And I comment on it and I attach the link.
I've done that too.
I've been to a few and I've posted. I never thought about the ship itself. I go to different just different groups or whatever and post it.
There's groups just for the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then there's groups, of course, for each sailing. But there's also just groups for Royal Caribbean and Carnival and Norwegian and everything. But I've been to Royal groups where they're like, hey, what is there to do on Coco Cay? It's like, well, I have this video right here. And I've gotten it's almost 6,000 views on my Coco Cay video.
Right.
So it definitely works. I'm just, normally I could find, there's a million groups out there. So you think you're like, okay, well, I'm in a Royal Caribbean group. That probably covers most of them. Well, no, there's a lot. I mean, if you search, there's a ton of them. So
yeah.
Look at those pictures.
Scott says, and I'm saying see me the whole time thinking it's Kurt and Marcia explorations or experiences. I should dump my phone on a slideshow. We did a family picnic today, and everyone passing phone around looking at our cruise videos and pictures. Okay, gotcha.
You should.
Yep.
So we were talking about this today. We might depends if we get out tomorrow, but we're on the non-group cruise in October, and they're doing a Halloween costume thing. So our Halloween store just opened. So if we end up doing that tomorrow, I might do a pop-up bill at the Halloween store and give people 3 choices to pick out what we're going to be for a costume. We'll pick our 3
I got my
favorite
costume
ones
in today.
and then people will tell us what they think is the best one. What?
I got my costume in today.
Oh.
Just tried it on right before I went live.
Speaking of fall and Halloween, Sherry, Dunkin' Donuts is going to have their pumpkin stuff like the 16th.
Can't do it. I cannot do it when it's 100 degrees outside. It just, I have, it'll be October before I have it. I say that now and I'll give in and get an iced pumpkin or something.
Nope. I'm gonna throw on my hoodie. I'm gonna just blast the air conditioner like right here, and I'm gonna enjoy my pumpkin spice.
I think I need the it's the sense of the cold chill of fall for me to have that pumpkin. Yep.
Right. That's how I am. And have my pumpkin candle. I'm
gonna have wishful
I'm sure we have a
thinking,
million pumpkin candles around here.
I can't light it until it's cool outside and it feels like fall.
I love the leaves from Bath and Body Works. Like that one's like my fall.
So, you know how you have the Bath and Body Works, when they ship them, they have those egg crates that hold like 8 candles.
Yeah.
I think I have 4 of those in my closet right now.
The egg crates or just the candles?
8 candles times 4.
Yeah, that's how mine looked. When we moved,
my
Danny
wife
was like,
is
how
addicted
many
to
freaking
candles.
candles do you have? I had like 2 whole boxes of Bath and Body Works candles. So I wasn't allowed to buy them for like forever.
Yeah.
But now
I tell her that all the time.
Now I'm back down to 1 shelf.
See you later, John. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, Gaylors.
Those are my favorite. Is Bath and Body Works. That and Yankee Candle.
Yes. Bill, do you like candles?
Every blue moon, not as often as apparently you guys like them.
No.
Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Fess up.
No.
I will say, Andrew likes their hand soap.
All I see is a $1 getting lit every time you light that candle.
Wow. Oh, no, you got to do the sale. That's why you get so many. Like when they have their 3 wick for like, like $9.99 or $12.99, that's when you buy them.
Or they're
them 3 wicks are like $30 now. So they normally go on sale for like 50% off. So $15. So take 15 times 32 of what we got in the what we got in that closet over there, and tell me that we need that much money sitting in that closet over there.
Well, she gets candles, you get cruises. Life's a balance.
She goes on the cruise too.
Not all of them.
She has only missed one of them.
Danny gets video games. I get cruises. See, it evens out.
Life's a balance.
Yeah.
Andrew likes the hand soap though, because he will let me know. He'll let me know like when we're out of certain like ones. Like he likes vanilla, lavender. He likes those ones, so he'll let me know.
I like the smell of the hand soap.
Yeah.
But that the foaming soap, that thing, we'll go through a thing of that in less than a week here in my bathroom. And I'm like, that thing costs like $10.
No,
that's $40 a month in soap.
They're $3.50 on sale. Bring Ricky up. I can help her.
No, she doesn't need any help.
See, Danny D loves the hand sanitizers and the hand soap.
So my daughter's addicted to the hand sanitizers. So she's got like 10 or 12 of the hand sanitizers. Why? I don't know. Those right there. Yep. Yep.
How much are those?
Those are only like a couple dollars.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
$2.
yeah. This is cucumber melon.
My daughter gets gift cards for Christmas and her birthday and stuff like that, and then she'll go in there and buy a bunch of them hand sanitizers or sprays or whatever.
I keep this one here in case like I'm on a live and I like cough or something. That way y'all know I have hand sanitizer right here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure.
I just do the semi-annual sale. After that, I don't buy it. I stock up then, and I'm good for the year.
Now I had bought lotion from them. They do have a men's section of lotion, and
They
normally,
do.
like when they're done with their, like they'll bring out scents and I guess it didn't sell very well, then they'll clearance them for like nothing. So
Yeah.
I'll go in there and buy a couple
Oh.
bottles of the lotion.
See, you sound like me. Buy the stuff that's going on clearance. Oh yeah, it's not selling well. Let me get that. Nobody likes it. Let me get that. It's a good price.
Oh. I mean, I just want it because I need lotion every so often. Then I'll
Andrew
get
likes their
my
bourbon,
wife to give me a back massage.
like their bourbon scent body wash and stuff. He likes that. Like he likes taking on trips and stuff.
Yep. Oh, well,
What is
I don't know how long everybody wants to stay on for. If you want to go out to the end of the hour, that sound good with y'all?
So however long you want to be
15
on.
minutes.
That's good because I'm gonna get off here in a few minutes.
Okay.
I'm in for the duration.
In for the duration. We'll have the long duration and
Let's do it.
when we get it scheduled. At the scheduled pop-up 12-hour.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Um,
So that's how I get sleepy now. I start losing my filter, so I got to be careful about that.
I believe everybody in here has seen me lose my filter on these late nights with Eddie. So
Good night, Will G. Have a good night.
Good
good
night.
night. Thanks for coming in.
Will G, good night.
I hope your daughter has a safe trip for college, down to college.
Yeah. So, Bill, you still thinking about World America?
Yeah, I plan that. I haven't booked it yet, but that's the yes. World America I want to do, and I'm going to do that one. That one's
I definitely think about it soon because I think I just seen that they raised the prices.
okay.
And I don't know how many cabins they have left.
I
'Cause
will.
it was kind of selling out.
And that goes to Puerto Rico.
Well, luckily I'm on shipmate still, so it's just a matter of changing.
And is that an actual? Do you guys actually have a group cruise with that?
No, they wouldn't let me set up the group.
You were just going.
Planned-
Okay, just going on it. Okay.
Yeah, so you can be your first booking on there.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
That way you can walk through the website.
Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, which if y'all haven't been there, they have their own little resort area there where you can use a pool, lazy river, and all. It doesn't cost anything.
Puerto Plata, and Amber Cove are two different places.
Yeah, I went to Puerto Plata on the last cruise I went on just now.
And they have their own place. I know, Amber Cove have that little isolated area. I've never been to Puerto Plata, the other port area.
I've never been to Amber Cove.
Okay.
And the other one is La Romana. La
Yeah.
Romana did not have that. La Romana, not very good area.
They actually they built a pool now at least.
Yeah, in La Romana. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had that when I was there, but that day was raining. So
Okay.
So is it kind of like Costa Maya's port where you got like the swim up bars and stuff?
they have bars and restaurant. They have a big bar and a restaurant and like a tiki hut bar with some swings there. Real nice area. We sat there because it's pretty cool. Because I seen your video that they were doing a testing on the life rafts. They were doing the same thing on our ship, so we were actually watching them drop the life rafts off the ship and driving them around the cove right there, and then putting them back on there. And
That's
that was
pretty cool, right?
cool I never got to see before. They were putting a surf simulator in there too. Well, what looked to be a flow rider in that
Mhm.
area, and at Puerto Plata, and then they have
Okay.
the big, humongous swimming pool, and then you go a little further down the shops, and you go across this little bridge, and there's a big lazy river there, and it's all included. It doesn't cost anything. Second port is San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then I believe the third port is just the Ocean Cay, MSC's Marine Reserve. So I believe See Me Traveling just posted that they're getting ready to put I don't know how many millions of dollars into that island to redo it, I believe. So by then it may be redone.
Which island is that?
Their
The
private island.
Ocean Ocean
Marine-
Cay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So should be a cool one. Like I said, I'm doing it just for the ship itself. First
Right.
sailing over here. I still plan on the guy Andy from Addicted to Ships. He actually emailed me again today and said, "Hey, just seeing if you're still interested in doing a team up, because I plan on having him up on at some point and talking to him, because he went on the first sailing of World Europa, which is the sister ship to the World America, and I kind of want to have a discussion with him, compare because he'd been on Oasis class ships as well, so I want to see how."
Mike.
And I was like, did he freeze or did I like
I thought I
lose?
froze.
Everybody did. I was like, "What the?" Yeah, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
buffering a little bit at times.
Okay, my bad. I don't know what y'all caught, but he's done Oasis class and the World Europa, so I want to see how close they are in comparison.
That
If you
sounds
watch
really
it,
good.
if you watch some of his videos on World Europa, that ship looks very, very nice, because it's very similar to an Oasis class ship. It's got the split in the back and everything, and it's got slides that go down from the 16th deck down to the 10th deck or 6th deck or something. I can't remember exactly which one.
And is that the ship with all the the crystal staircase?
They did not do the crystal staircase on that. I think they had one, but it's only in like the yacht club or something.
Okay.
I mean, they actually have where the split is in the ship. They actually have a bridge where you can walk across, and it's a glass bridge.
Okay. I
Like
think
the yacht club.
Yeah. Yep. Yacht club.
Is that kind of like the Serenity or any, you know what I mean? Like the higher levels?
It's the higher level.
Yeah.
Yeah. The yacht club is where you can, it's the upgraded thing, like the Star class and all that stuff, and the key, I guess Star class for Royal.
Cool.
But
bye, the Gaylors. Have a good night.
We were not able to upgrade to the yacht club. We looked at trying to do that last night, but we couldn't do it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I developed new drinking games, Mike. If you're trying to figure out what's going on, I'm developing
I know.
new.
I know what you got.
Oh, okay.
But it should be a good time. And I think right now it's going to be myself, Embarkation Nation, See Me Traveling, Will G, Cruise Vet, and then if you get on there, Bill, yourself, and I think that's the only ones I know confirmed right now.
There's
Juma
another
Brown
one.
wants to get on it, but
that's a good group. And you know, I mean, again, I've seen some of these groups and they weren't good. I mean, I shouldn't say that they weren't good, but I think that group I could get along with.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like a good group of people, and we're sitting there laughing, joking, and talking about YouTube, And I just think it'll be a good group. I just think it'll be a good group. Something like that. That's why, like, being with you guys on the ship, I think we can sit down and, we have dinner or have a drink and sit and laugh and joke for a little bit. We wouldn't mind if Chloe came around and joined us. We wouldn't be crying the blues. Again, I don't know.
Right, the blues.
There's another couple that announced that they're going, but I can't remember their channel name. It's like See It With or something.
See It With See?
If
Oh, it's a
JNS,
couple. No.
It was on JNS. Yeah, I can't remember their name though, and I feel so awful about it. But there's
I know
another.
JNS talked about going, but they said they had not pulled the trigger yet on actually booking it.
Yeah, it wasn't them. It was a couple in their chat the other day. It was like, Sherry, do you remember their name? I know I subscribed to them. I'm trying to look. Anyways, there's another channel going. I'll get that information.
I get you.
Yeah, I like meeting people that I've been talking to online, but I want to meet the cool kids. I don't want to meet just everybody.
Cool kids.
The cool kids.
Those MSC ships look like they put some money into them. The promenades with that video screen all the way across.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're in Vegas.
Yep.
I mean, I've heard good things about it. The only negative thing I've heard about it is the food. But again, that's probably hit or miss depending on what ship you're on.
Moonlight said the food was great.
Right.
And
like
they
I
do a
said,
lot of
it's
royals
probably hit or
too.
miss depending what ship you're on.
Yeah.
See, stuff like that. I mean, it's so subjective. You hear one person hate it and then one person love it. That's why
Everything else has all been positive
Yeah.
that I've heard about it. So
That's why I don't do food reviews, because I have the palate of a 5-year-old, and what people think is good,
showing the club.
other people think is good, and what I think is good, two different things. So I'll show you pictures of the food, so
Yep.
you can take the judgment, but I'll let you make the decision on whether it's good or not, because I just don't. To me, I'm not good at that. So
unless it's chicken nugget.
chicken nugget.
But
Yep.
again, you could do that too. I mean, rate the chicken nuggets. Because
Yeah,
it'd be like, here's my steak, here's my hamburger, here's my roast, here's my pork chop, it's not gonna vary a whole lot. That's why I don't do food pictures too much. I take pictures of the same thing.
Yeah. So on this last cruise, I just did a short each day on the main dining room, and just did a video of what everybody got from the table. So I put
Okay.
day one main dining room, and just put it out as a short and with some music on it, and just showed all the the starters, the main courses, and the desserts of what everybody got that was at my table, and then just put it out like that. So it just gives them a little bit of an idea what there is for the.
Now, am I the only one that when I go to the main dining room, I don't like pulling out my cameras and stuff and filming everything and talking into the camera? I really do. I mean, again, I'll take a picture quick, like with my phone, take a picture of the food. Mike, I don't I see
pull it
people
out
do
and set
it.
it on the table and stuff like that. I do a quick. I'll take the menu. I'll do this,
Yeah.
and then when the food gets there, I'll do a quick little overview of everybody's stuff, and then that's it. The camera goes away. I don't sit there and say, "Oh, we're doing this." It's the first
And I
day
guess-
of the cruise or anything like that.
I see a lot of people
if
doing
we
that.
don't have other people at our table. If we have other people at our table, I don't do that.
even if it's just us, it feels weird
Yeah,
in a
It
way. I
does.
don't know why.
But
Especially 'cause
again, see, we got to get out the habit of that. We're in YouTube now, so we got to get out the habit of that. We have to, walk around Epcot with our gimbal. I mean, people are going to look at you and like, what is who? They're going to look at you, but it's what you do now. It's your job. It's a source of income.
Yeah.
Or will be shortly.
I mean, that's what I did. I did taste tests today on things for
Yeah.
our vlog, all the different food through the food. Well, not all, but a few things of food through the Food and Wine Festival, and critiqued it.
I mean, you're going to have some people that, are going to come up to you. Hey, whoa, what you doing? Are you YouTube and all this other? And then you're going to have some people that hate you. Oh, you're
Look at me. I did my live on Fiji water the other day.
I actually thought that was interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just couldn't believe you drank the tap water. I was like, is she really drinking that? Like, she's
Well,
gonna
I had to
sprout
compare
a new
it.
arm.
It wasn't like I drank the whole glass.
You are crazy. Like I said, I used to drink right out of the hose on the side of the house. I've actually stuck my head in a stream before and drank, so I can't really say much.
I lost the footage, but when I was in Alaska, we went on glacier, so they had a little stream, so they let you kneel down and drink from the stream. It was the best water I ever had in my life.
That's cool.
Of course, I don't have the footage now. So, did it really happen? I don't know.
There was a polar bear at the top of the hill peeing in the stream.
Well, again, see, me and my son, because he went with me, and I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying, he said, this is the cleanest water you ever had. I said, I don't know about all that. The pollution in the air and the animals and stuff like that. I mean, it's my goodness, don't tell them what's in this water. But I did it. And
up there in
still here.
Alaska, I think you're going to have a lot less pollution than anywhere else because there's not so much going around like it is down here.
But you said the magic word, a lot less.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't go down to the Detroit River and take a sip.
Are you sure?
You probably get views.
Oh,
I probably would.
Get that out of my lips.
Once I get out the hospital, I'd probably be able to edit it or something.
Right.
Do you remember when Lake Erie caught on fire?
Oh,
The lake caught on fire?
Yeah, see, you guys, you young people. Back in the good old days.
My mom lived on Lake Erie when she was a kid. She lived in Ohio. And I remember my mom saying something about it, but I don't remember it.
How does the lake catch on fire?
What all these companies, see, like Detroit, it has a really nice riverfront, but all the factories are there because it was really easy to get rid of the chemicals and all the other stuff. So Lake Erie, Cleveland, they get all these chemicals in the water. Lake Erie caught on fire. It's like the craziest thing. And you want me to go swimming in that?
Fuel and everything else floats to the top. It separates. So you get a sheen across the top and it'll light the whole top of it on fire.
You can see it in Galveston.
What year would that have been? Do you know?
Oh my goodness.
The
70s, maybe?
Oh, I was born in 79, Bill.
Yeah, but you'd have been a tot. You wouldn't have remembered the lake on fire. And I mean,
it was 1969.
69. That's 10 years before I was born.
See, you babies up here.
Well, my mom was like 2 or 3.
Wow, Clock, you're younger than I am. I thought you were a lot older than I was.
But she's told me about it. I remember her telling me about it.
1969.
It was,
but yeah, it's crazy, cray.
Well, even in Galveston, like if you're sailing out of Galveston, you can see the water dirty.
I would not. I think Cheryl Cruising is Fun Anytime. I think they went by a beach, and it's like I just think to myself, the water in Galveston, I would not go in. I can just see all the. I mean, I would think there would just be like with the oil companies down there, and I would just think the water is just disgusting.
Yeah. It's a little bit prettier down where we are, a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, nothing personal.
It gets prettier down the Texas coast as you go further south, but you got other issues there. But I remember the first time we were on Andrew's first cruise, I was like, "Hey, do you want to go snorkeling in Cozumel?" And he was like, "No, I don't want to get in that water." Right. And I'm like, "What do you mean you don't want to get in that water?" And he's like, "No, I ain't snorkeling. I can't see my feet, I'm not snorkeling." And I was like, "It's Cozumel," and I just was so puzzled. Well, he grew up in Boston. We've been to Galveston. Well, anyways, we get to Cozumel. He's like, "I can see the bottom of the ship." He was so like the water, and he was like, "I didn't realize you were talking about snorkeling here." He'd never seen it. Like he didn't realize,
how clean it is.
How clean it is. Yeah, because he goes up to Maine and Boston, and the water's not as clear.
Well, you go to a lot of these other countries, not necessarily in the Caribbean, but the Philippines and stuff like that. Well, a lot of them, that's where they dump all the garbage and the sewage and all this. I mean, again, I don't know. This water sometimes it can be a bit much.
Yeah.
So we live on the coast here, and we have like a marine, like a college. I think it's UT. They do like a whole marine life thing here, and they like once a week post what they found on the beach, like as their, and it's random. Like I think last week it was like Coke cans in a different language. It was Freon containers. Like it was just all kinds of stuff that washed up from other countries. And they were talking about how there's kind of like a current, I guess, in the Gulf. And so it kind of picks it up from like, South America and kind of brings the current. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was it's really interesting to see what they find on the beach. Like, and they do like once a week post or something, but it's always
they're trying to clean it up, but there's a big blob of garbage that's floating around. What do they call it? Ocean garbage?
There's
I mean, whatever.
Multiple sea cans fall off of the ships every year. The cargo containers, the big cargo containers. There's a certain amount of those that fall off those big ships every year, and just go right in the ocean, and they don't get them.
Do like ocean garbage? It's like the size of Maine. The amount of garbage that's gathered together because of the currents, and it's like one big blob. It's like the size of Maine or something.
Yeah.
And it just floats around, and they're trying to clean it up now, but it's just a lot of places just dump their garbage, in the water to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Even up here in Baltimore, the I think it was Maryland University. I think it was Maryland University. They built their tech center built this big thing that floats out in the bay and picks up trash. That's all it does. It just picks up trash. And it's gotten, I can't remember how much trash it's collected since it started, but it was like the size of New York City is what they've collected already from this thing. And it's like less than 10 years old. And that tells you how much trash people are throwing in the water and everything else like that.
And you got to think about too, when we get like these hurricanes, these massive hurricanes and stuff, and that like I know from Harvey, there was stuff just like we have a huge crab here. It's like a statue type thing. It was, anyway. So they found like his claw like down in Port Aransas, like on the beach there. He washed up one day. So you got to think about that too, and how much gets just sucked into the water. Oh, thank you, Denise. I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely got to watch on the subs because I had watched a couple of Scott's shows when he first got with this group, and then I went to go watch it. I went to go join his live when him and Warmstrong were on the show one Thursday or Wednesday, and I was like, "Well, where's his tag?" And then I actually had to go on I had to search his name, go in there, and subscribe because they had kicked me off. And it's random because it's like stuff that I'm watching, and it still kicks you off.
Well, that happened to me and you. I was in your overnight live commenting to you, and then I went on a Sunday to Andrew was watching you on his channel, and I was like, "Clock's on." I didn't get a notification. It had unsubbed me. I'm like, I was in his chat like 2 weeks ago.
I mean, I also put you on the blocked commenters too.
Yeah. I gotta talk to you after the show too. I think I did something wrong earlier.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'll fix it, but I just need to.
Sure.
Oh my goodness. Jennifer.
Yep. I'm blocked forever.
Right.
She done put out something on YouTube saying, "Don't trust this channel."
Yeah. Clock family.
They'll block you in a heartbeat.
Yeah. You'll wake up blocked.
They'll clock block you.
Clock.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
But I think Bama's the only one that still uses that phrase. I need to take it off the picture on the Facebook group.
I was just
afraid my mom
would see it.
Have you joined the Utopia Facebook group, Bill?
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay, because you see, I put clock blocked on the thing on it.
Oh, I don't. I mean, I glance and I just look at. I don't because I got there's so many different notifications, and I just read what people say and I try to catch the name. So I don't remember seeing clock block.
Poor Bill gets notified with a ping like every 2 minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
I see. No. Somebody taught me how to mute it. One of you guys taught me how to mute it, so I don't get it now. But every now and then I go back and check.
Yeah. Danny said that Eddie's probably sleeping the night away.
He might be in the bushes somewhere.
In the
I'm sure he's
bushes.
there. Hi, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie.
Hi there, fella.
That wasn't a 12-hour live, Eddie. You got to come on now. Do better. Because I really did. I woke up and saw it. I'm like, 12 hours? Wow. And then come to find out, yeah, no, he did.
I'm not giving anybody credit for a 12-hour live if they're not on the damn live.
Exactly. When Z did his, he was literally on there.
Yeah.
Drunk out of his mind, but he was there.
Yeah.
Now, what about the people who sleep and have their feet in the? Like,
No,
does that count?
that's a sleep live. That's
That's
no
something
count in
different.
live.
What? Okay, and I've seen another one where they have like their animals just running around, and then I wondered if that count too.
Well, what about
Shouldn't talk
like?
about people's kids like that.
Okay, so
I'll do better with Chloe.
let's say we do a live. Let's say I did a live. I put it up alive. And Jennifer, you come up and I go away for an hour, but come back. Is that still my live or is that like a combo? Does that count as a 12-hour live? Or do I have to literally be here other than like, going to maybe grab a bite? Well, I guess in the case I have to go to the bathroom or get something to eat.
I'm not going to pee in a jar on 12-hour live. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not that committed.
Well, that I understand. And I guess eating on live, I'm not a big fan of eating on live. But no, but see, I can do it. That's drink. I'm good.
Don't
I'm good
crinkle
with that.
it. I had my earbuds in earlier, and then like Eddie and Z both do this. They crinkle that water bottle, and when I have my earbuds in, it kills my ears.
I know what you're talking about because I get on my kids all the time.
It's like nails on a chalkboard to me. Bye.
Good night, Bone Tire.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Good night, Denise.
Good night.
Check out the live tomorrow night. Get yourself a prize.
Be there or be square. I see Michigan Carol says had a question or had a statement. It was a question at the end.
Speaking of water pollution, what do you guys think about the environmental impacts of cruises, e.g., water pollution from waste dumping?
I think they're getting better.
Yeah.
But again, you can see it definitely is not the best for the environment. But like I don't care. I'm having fun.
I was gonna say I definitely think they're doing better. I know on the Vista they talked about how they had put in like a whole waste system for like the beer when they brew it on, and how to dump all that. And they kind of talked about how they've had to make an improvement since they've been fined. Like they're not able to release anything anymore. So I know there's improvements, and they actually have people who sift through at the bottom of the ship and combine every, they do what they can to get that discarded in the proper way. Do I think there's room for improvement? Always. But, I think too, you can't have people who are upset because they had to bring their own straw on ship or they have candy straws.
That's crazy.
A balance. I mean, it's like you got that customer service and people who miss things and say, I can't have a straw. And then you got the other side that's like, well, you got to look at pollution and it flying into the sea. And I think it's just a kind of a give and take. I do think there's room for improvement. But I think we all could do better as individuals and the companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people with the straws, they kill me with the straws. My goodness, it's not that big a deal, people.
Well,
No. I've
We
got
bought
a
the metal straw.
Mike.
I do hate a paper straw.
We bought the metal ones, the ones you just wash or whatever. I don't know if they're metal.
I'll
But
just drink out the cup.
We did too, and we got like they like fold into each other, and it goes into like a container, and it clips onto my lanyard with my sale and sign card. So just pull it out and got my straw.
Actually, that's a reminder. I haven't went through all the stuff I got from the Vloggers cruise because I think I got one or two of them on the Vloggers cruise from my door exchange.
That's where we got ours.
So I need to find that and put it in my cruising stuff.
Yeah,
So
we
that way I have a solid straw and not a
Yeah.
stupid paper straw.
How do you really feel about it?
well.
No, I mean,
I will say,
I don't
when
want to sugarcoat it.
Starbucks about a year ago went to like a really, really paper straw, and I couldn't even get through like a quarter of my Frappuccino without it disintegrating in my drink. I was
Aw.
not real happy.
Couldn't get through a quarter of my Frappuccino.
Your $7, $8 drink.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm paying $8, at least let the straw last for an hour. Just that's all I ask. I'm okay if it disintegrates after that.
Mm, mm.
See, I'm one of those cruise people that you got to find that balance with.
Yep.
It is. See, even like a cruise ship, I know a lot of people like to be on the balcony and open the door to hear the breeze at night, but leave the air conditioner on.
Well, most cruises, they won't let you. As soon as you open that door, the AC shuts off.
Well, and now they're getting that way. They didn't used to be that way, and people used to do that all the time. That was a pet peeve of mine. It's like do one or the other, but come on now, cut the lights off.
Cut them off when you go to sleep too. And the
Oh my
TV.
goodness, yeah, the TV.
I got to cut everything off. It's got to be pitch dark when I go to sleep.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yep.
I'm
Pitch
kind
dark.
of the same way. I leave the light on in the bathroom, but you have just a little light coming from underneath the door usually,
Uh-huh.
Can't even have that.
and I need that for like when I get up in the middle of the night and have to go to the restroom.
you need
My,
a
No.
night light. You need to take a
I
night
have a
light.
little tiny light on my computer right here on my hard drive, and I have to cover it up. And this is
Wow.
across the room. And it's not just me, it's my wife as well.
Andrew and
My
I
wife
sleep with,
will wake me up in the middle of the night and say, go shut that computer off right now. Like, well, both of us have to wake up. I understand now. Jeez.
What about noise?
Oh, well, we
Well,
have the fan on all the time anyway.
we sleep with the fan. I have the TV on.
Oh.
Sometimes Chloe gets up in the night, turns the light on. So
So I sleep on a CPAP machine anyway because I have sleep apnea. So noise really doesn't get to me anyway because I have that air movement going anyway. But it stops me from snoring too, so my wife loves it. Of course, I wish she'd get on the machine because
Wow,
she's cutting some Z's over there.
that would be me.
if we see a shoe hit you, I'm just gonna just
No, she's already asleep,
oh.
cutting the Z's.
See Bill's probably judging me. He's like, whoa. But Andrew's the same way. We both have the TV on. Of course he sleeps next to me, but like TV on, fan on.
Oh, you don't split the bed?
You're right.
No.
Put a little curtain there to block it off. That's your half.
Well,
Once a
sometimes
month,
I've got like
but-
a bunch of
once a
pillows
month,
and
it's
blankets,
like-
you know.
I can't sleep with the TV on.
Wow, I'm the odd one out.
Well, I mean, you said it, not us. We'll point
It's
that out
okay.
there.
It's okay, guys. Just know I can't be your cruise roommate.
Mhm. Little plug-in nightlight. Yep.
Yeah. We have those. Those are good. We've got actually somebody made us one that says like let's cruise, and it's got like a little ship silhouette, a carnival ship silhouette that they gave us in a gift exchange.
Okay.
It's like, you know, one of those like lights with the clear. It's real cool. They cricketed it. A lot more talent than I had. I was like, here's a bottle opener.
So my wife wanted the Cricut and all the attachments to do like T-shirts and all kinds of different things. So she has all the stuff. That's a
I do too.
part of that corner over here, still in the boxes and stuff.
That's me. I have the Cricut. I have the vinyl, all the things, and it's in the closet.
Wow, you guys are
We have
creative.
the heat press for doing T-shirts and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
I had intentions.
Yep. The intentions were there.
If
Just a
if
call.
I ever need it, I know where to go get it.
Just in case. But I don't know. I wanted to do cups for everybody for my my little thing tomorrow, and my brother was going to help me out with those, but he said it was going to be too much time, effort to put on to do like 24 of them because with the amount of colors and stuff, you got to use that. It's a totally different type of ink printer to print the things and then put them on the cups. So I tried to ask him what it would cost to do it, and he kind of like shut me down. So
Maybe
I eventually would like to try to get one, but it is an investment. So
maybe for your group cruise,
yep.
each cabin gets a special clock family adventure gift.
I got some magnets.
Hey,
Got some magnets.
those are cool. Bill, so you're looking at Egypt. Are you looking at any other group cruises like Warmstrong Adventure?
Egypt is the only one that I'm really thinking about. But yeah, if I did one, it might be one out of Baltimore to Greenland, something unique.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of the Caribbean. And you're paying on these group cruises, and everybody wants to go in the summertime, and it's so expensive, and it's like, well, I've been there, I've done that, and as you meet more and more people, it's like, well, again, they're not even new people anymore. So
Why didn't anybody tell me until 2 hours later that my name is spelled wrong? Goodness, I'm a hot
Grin?
mess today.
I thought that
For
was
the
a
most part,
nickname.
I've had text up on the thing, so
I mean,
I didn't catch it.
goodness.
Have you went out of Baltimore before, Bill?
Never.
Lucky you.
What's wrong with Baltimore?
It took forever when we went on Pride, and I did it twice, and it was like I said. The first time was easy because we were the last ones there. They were almost shutting the ship up when we got there. The second time, we got there early, and I think it took us 2.5 hours to get through the lines. It was crazy. It was the worst boarding experience I've ever had. Now, that's been 2017, so who knows how much the process has changed already. But
Right.
I would possibly see if that Greenland one may go out of Bayonne or New York as an alternative than Baltimore. Not only that, you're going to get a bigger ship. Because I think they do have some Greenland ones out of there too. But now, if you do go out of Baltimore, I may have to drive up there.
You know what? I almost all my cruises have been out of like Florida, Seattle, Los Angeles. And that's why that's another reason why I want to go out of Galveston, because I've never been, and then New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans was cool, and New Orleans. I'm thinking that was a fast process too. Went right through, no problem whatsoever, and that was an NCL cruise. But Baltimore was just extremely slow getting through the doors and all. So it may have just been that port. It may have been because of the year it was. I don't know.
Yeah, I've had a couple of bad boarding processes where it took a long time. One was, a matter of fact, two of them. Both times. No, one, Brisbane in Australia, and then Seattle. I mean, they were just like ridiculously long, hours.
Yeah.
All the
It
other
was
ones haven't been too bad.
It's just turnstiles.
Yeah.
Like 15 wraps of turnstiles that you just walking through back and forth for 2 hours.
The greatest thing is doing a back-to-back and not having to get off the ship and have the ship to yourself for about a half an hour with nobody around. You can do whatever you want to do and just walk around, and it's quiet.
You're doing the first half of the Utopia, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I saw Cruise Vet is doing the second half.
Yeah.
I think he's on a booze cruise though. I'll meet him on a booze cruise.
Well, he's doing the whole thing. He's doing both. I thought of the.
No, he's only doing the second half.
Yeah, I just saw a notice he said doing second half.
Yeah.
Oh, so then I guess
Share
I
that
won't.
means you have to do both. So,
We'll see.
Bill, you got another cruise after that, don't you?
Yep. So far, which one was it? I want to say it was Holland America one. The Mediterranean.
I got you.
I don't
Hey,
even know where it's
Carol.
going.
Welcome in.
Is that you did
Hello.
Holland America because you wanted to be more with your peers? Is that what that was?
Yeah. No, that was they had a $2 deposit, and my
Oh, that's
daughter
right,
always
from the-
she
on
always
the
wanted to go.
anniversary or whatever.
Yeah, she always wanted to go to Santorini, Greece. I'm like, well, in 2020, late 2024, that Holland has one, and the price, I mean, it wasn't bad. I forget what the price was, 22,000 maybe. So she's taking a family, which again, good luck with her flying over to
Yeah.
wherever with her 2 kids. But I said, are you thinking about rethinking that? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
But her kids did real well from Detroit to Florida. I mean, like no problem, not a tear shed. They did really good. I was proud of them.
I need her to come teach me the secrets.
Well, they on a sleep schedule kind of, and they're used to going to bed 8, 9 o'clock at night, so you catch a late flight.
Yeah.
So they're tired already.
I think that's why morning flights work best for us because our daughter's a night owl.
Yeah.
And so she's, getting her up at 5 or 6 in the morning is just the middle of the night for her.
So
she
my
sleeps.
kids have been on a sleep schedule from day one at 8:30 every night, and that's just the way I rolled with them. Just because I knew when they were going to have to eventually go to school and everything else like that, so I just said 8:30 was a good time. That's what I did when I was a kid. So I kind of make them do the 8:30. Now, of course, on weekends they stayed up later or during the
Right.
summer. But for the most part, it was 8:30.
I feel like it's kind of my fault because when I came back from maternity leave, she already was naturally a late night. But then when I came back from maternity leave, I had all these 8 to 10 meetings because of what was going on with the pandemic. And so I would keep her up later so she would sleep through all that and then get up around 11. And that way I can get through my morning meetings without that. And, she just never, even though, we like this week, she's going to be getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and headed to school. But she's going to fight us every bit of the way.
Yep. Kal-El, welcome in. I know I didn't.
Kal-El.
So she starts what grade? Kindergarten? Do they have pre-K there?
She won't start pre-K until she's 4. So we're still at our academy for now, our daycare.
I got you. Yeah, my daughter did like a little like preschool thing before she went into pre-K.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is income based, and you have to fall within a certain for them to be able to go in at 3. And We just didn't qualify for that.
Yeah. Ours was set like that, but at the time, for my middle child, I was still with my ex, and she was living in a low income. We were never married, so she fell into where she could go to it. So she did that, and then that helped her out a lot.
Yeah,
But now my children are all grown up. I
It
feel like I'm
happens so
getting older.
fast.
Very,
Yeah,
very fast.
do y'all miss the 3 and 4 year old stage?
I mean, I always miss the different ages because no matter what, there was something unique about the different age
Yeah.
groups. 3 or 4, they were pretty much getting out of diapers. So
Yeah.
3 and 4 was good because then I didn't have to change diapers anymore.
Yeah,
Now
that's what
they'd
Andrew's
be
been
running
saying.
around like crazy, but I didn't have to worry about changing diapers anymore. And that was a big savings.
A big savings.
I remember being so excited when she came off formula. Like I was just like,
Oh my goodness!
another
I can
$100.
get a new car.
Yeah. My son had to
Um,
have a special Similac formula
Yeah.
because he
Sensitive.
didn't. His stomach was and
That was Chloe.
when he was born a month early, and got rushed to Children's Hospital, and had jaundice and some other stuff. Well, he's in Children's Hospital, and the lady's telling me, well, kids really don't have a preference on different formulas and stuff, so he should be fine. He'll just drink whatever. I'm like, well, he's not eating. He's like, well, it must be something else. I said, well, can we please try something else? But finally, they said, okay, well, we got some of this Similac over here that they keep sending us samples of. We'll try that. As soon as they did that, he drank it right down. They're like,
Oh,
oh,
wow.
that's odd. We're not used to having kids that were on preference. And they're like, well, maybe that was just a freak thing. As soon as I gave him the next one, he drank it right down. So they're like, oh, okay, it's just he just has a preference.
So Chloe was also born a month early and had jaundice, and we had the Similac. And then she had to go to, I know it's a lavender top, and it was, I mean, goodness, like you could get the normal can for like what, 10, 15 bucks. No, she had to get the $25, $30 can. I was like, of course. But
His wasn't that much more. It's just a matter of, I think Children's Hospital, there's Enfamil and there's Similac. Enfamil, I think, donated more to the hospital than Similac did, so they're pushing the Enfamil, and he wanted the Similac, which is the light blue lid. And as soon as he did the Similac, I mean, that's all he wanted to drink. So they're like, well, okay, not bad. So we started feeding him that, and he came right out because, like I said, he didn't eat for like 2 or 3 days at first. They had to do all kinds of different things. And then finally they gave him that, and it was good to go.
well, I ask you both that because I find myself like every day Facebook memories reminds me of where we were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, where we are with Chloe. And I mean, if y'all are friends with me on Facebook, you should probably see her pictures. And it's like, I find myself being like, oh, I remember that outfit. And, oh, I remember when I was pregnant at Target and picked out that bow. And I find myself doing that now with cruise like outfits or special milestones, like, whatever we're doing. And those special outfits we buy, holidays, whatever. And it's like, I don't know. I just kind of was wondering because sometimes like they say that 2 is the hardest, like terrible 2s, but 3's been quite interesting. But she's not bad. It's just, she's sometimes she's developing her voice. Daycare told us the other day that she doesn't like the word no. And I was like, yeah, no, don't like the word no at all. What 3-year-old does? Do you have one here? I want to talk to their mom. How they did it. But it's kind of cool though. I asked her the other day, I was like, do you like cruising? She was like, yeah. And I was like, why? And she was like, mommy and daddy. And I was like, oh.
Well, that's funny because you tell all these lovey-dovey stories about the kids. My proudest moment, like when my son was, when he said, well, that's what she said. I'm like, my boy, he's grown up now. I can actually talk to him and tell adult jokes, and
Yeah.
then he gets it up. Little tear came to my eye.
Yep. That's the way with me and my boy, because he's 20 now. So then I can joke around with him with the like hanging out with the guys.
Yeah, it's a different moment.
Yep.
Till I say something
Got
about
to
his
go
mother.
back and watch all my adult like Die Hard movies with him and all the
Right.
different things like that.
You know, he likes boxing. Oh, I'm talking about my son, and it's like,
yeah.
you know, because my being a kid, it was like I never wanted him to be around, you know, the violence of boxing. And then I would have friends come over, and we'd be drinking and smoking cigars. So I would have him go stay with his mom and something like that. He really likes boxing, and I'm like, wow.
And the funny
knew?
thing is, when you were a kid, you probably watched boxing.
I did.
Exactly.
And again,
We're-
you know, I was around
we're so
my
much more
father. He would
protective of
drink
our
and
kids.
he smokes, but you know, I didn't do that. I didn't do it around my kids. My
Well, I
kids,
never drank or anything in front of my kids. I mean, I really don't drink anything, and even now. But like my kids didn't see me drink until my son was he was probably 13, 14.
yeah,
They never see me take a drink or anything.
yep.
So
How old were they? They had to be like almost in the teens, if not in their teens, before I drank in front of them. And and somebody said something to me, which made me do that. It was, instead of showing them not to drink, show them how to drink responsibly. That, hey, you can have a beer,
Yeah.
and not overdrink, so that when they go away to college and things like that, they'll understand that, oh, I can have a drink, but don't overdo it. So
Yeah.
and that's when I started drinking around, you know, having like a beer or a drink around my kids.
So
yeah,
I
and
agree with that
those
because
people, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that when they see me drink, then they see that like either stay where we're at. If we're at a buddy's house or whatever, we'll either stay there or somebody else will drive us home or something like that. So they don't.
Yeah.
I've never driven, like I drove under the influence one time in my entire life, and like when I did it, I'm like, how in the hell did I ever do that?
My goodness.
Yeah.
I can remember I was in a bowling league. It was a late night after work bowling league, and I don't know how I got home one night, and my car was like on
Yeah.
the lawn. I was like, how did I get home?
Yeah.
I made it. I've been lucky. I've had more than one time. Not many, but I've had my share, which is, I'm just lucky nothing ever happened.
that's kind of us. Like I grew up, my aunt owned a liquor store, so we grew up around it, and we could see the bad and we could see the good. But when Justin and I turned 21, actually my 21st birthday, I didn't even have a beer. I went to the Dallas Stars game and watched hockey. But I mean, I had my fair share after that, just trust me. But it wasn't a big deal. It was kind of like, it wasn't, oh, now I know some of my friends, it was like, because their parents were so restrictive on things, as soon as they turned of age, they went wild. And I don't know. It's weird when you have your own kid though, because it's like there's so many things I said, oh, I won't be that parent. Like I will not have a leash for my kid. And Andrew and I, like a couple cruises ago, were like, yeah, where's that dog leash? Like the backpack leash, you know? And it's like, you know, we said we would never do certain things, and then our kid won't have a tablet. We're gonna make sure they have puzzles, and
Right.
that's what Chloe has. Not one, but two. Just in case that first one dies, you know, it's like, I don't know. And so we have drank in front of her, but we try to keep that at a minimum, and we just don't explain to her what it is. It's just like, oh, you can't have mommy's juice. But, you know, I don't know, we get her like certain drinks that kind of match.
I was so shocked. I went over to my daughter's house the other day, and my granddaughter had a tablet, and she put it down and like took a picture. And I'm like, oh, whoa, where'd you get a camera from? I mean, I was like, I don't know if I like this or not. Are you connected to the internet? I mean, it was, I don't know. I never thought her mother would let her do that, but apparently, I guess they've talked about it or whatever.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night, Sherry.
Good night, Sherry.
Well, I mean, we tried really hard, and we try, but we have restrictions on there. And if you notice, like this morning, I was in, Life of Chloe Nova in chat. Well, it's because I had logged in on my phone last night when for her, and that one has a lot more restrictions, and I can see what she's looking at and watching, and so that's why she has her own account, because I noticed she was in mine a lot, and she was scrolling into things, and there's some content creators that we sometimes watch that I'm like, oh, I don't really want my child exposed to maybe that person's point of views or their thoughts, or she won't understand that that's whatever. But so there's certain creators like Destination Fun and stuff that I have gone and subscribed to on her, to give them that extra like or something. But yeah, I'm pretty involved in that with her, because I like to go look at her history, because sometimes at night they start scrolling into things, and there's things that are for kids that really shouldn't be for kids.
Yeah.
Including things you think are safe.
Sharon, I'm going to go to the top of the hour, which is another 19 minutes. I'm not going to do an Eddie Lugo all night. Sorry. I'm not going to do just going to get off at the top of this next hour for 4 hours straight.
Well, I got a question. What do you consider the top of the hour?
Well, top of the hour for our recording. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
minutes.
because I'm looking like 117. I'm like top of the
18
hour.
minutes.
Gotcha.
What you get? Yeah, that was getting me too, because I didn't come on to this was a pop up. It was random.
It actually was.
So it was not a scheduled one.
It was so funny, because I was just looking. I was like, man, I wish somebody would be on. And I would look for you and Eddie on, and I'm like, I didn't see. I'm like, what's going on here?
No,
they get monetized now. They get monetized now. Now they don't want to go live.
Yep. I've already had that conversation with a couple people this week. We went and seen a comedian, and we were supposed to do the late show. Well, we ended up being early to everything we did today. So we got to National Harbor early, so we walked around. I did a couple little videos, and then we ended up right in front of the restaurant we were supposed to have dinner at 4. Well, it was like 3:15. We're like, well, we're here, so let's see if they'll take our reservation now. So we went ahead and did. They took us right away. So we were like, okay. Well, then we got out of there and walked back down the street towards the truck, because there was a 2-hour limit on the parking there, and we're like, well, it's early. Why don't we see if we can get to the early show instead of the late show? So we drove right over to Arlington, and they said, yeah, that's fine. So we went to the early show instead of the late show. Got to see a guy get thrown out of he was heckling the comedian, and he was drunk.
Of course.
Him and his girlfriend. And he was heckling the comedian, and the comedian said, yeah, it'll be funny watching you get ripped out of here. And he said something else, and before he could even say anything, the bouncer was coming to grab him, and he grabbed him up and turned him around and said, you're leaving now. He's like, I don't want to leave, or some other crap. And the bouncer threw him. He threw him, and he went down on the ground quick. And then he started kicking at the bouncer, and the bouncer got on top of him. And it was all she wrote from there. He made his way out of the building, that's for sure. So it was a good show.
I used to love going to comedy shows, and I find myself going to shows on the cruise ships now, just to check them out for a little bit. And and they're only about a half an hour long, so I mean it's not even long. Yeah,
they used to have longer sets. I want to say in 2016 and 17 when I did my first cruises, those sets were a lot longer. And it was like
seemed
an
like it.
hour or hour and a half. They would do, and you'd have two comedians. One would do like the first half of the week, and the second comedian would do the second half of the week. But now it's a little different. Now they bring two of them on there, and they do like a quick show, and both of them do a little show.
Yeah.
And then one night out of the thing, they do it in like the main theater.
Yep.
And they'll do a longer set that night.
I noticed that, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I try
Because
to.
like everybody could fit, and it's a longer show. So.
I find myself now trying to do more things like that, because a lot of times, I mean, I would go sit on the deck or have a drink, go to the casino, and just got into the habit of doing the same thing. So now I try to make sure I go to all the production shows and sit down and actually watch the violinist, like on some of the carnival ships in the lobby, in the main atrium or whatever, and just sit there and just enjoy the other entertainment that they have on the ships.
Yeah. And we enjoy going to the ice skating shows and the aqua shows. So when you go on Oasis, you definitely got to check out the aqua shows. They're pretty awesome.
Lure of the Seas, do they have an aqua show on there?
Yeah. All
Okay.
the Oasis class have an aqua show on it.
Yeah, I see. Again, I can't wait. I'm a little upset, but that's why I'm glad I'm going on Utopia, because it sounds like the Allure of the Seas doesn't have the upgrades yet.
No, I don't think it has the water slides, and it doesn't have the dry slides on the back of it either.
Okay, so hopefully that's hopefully that's about it. But again, I can't wait, and that's going to be the start of my venturing out, the MSC, the Holland America, just to see what else is out there.
Like I said, for that one, the Ireland Scotland one, I definitely want to do that itinerary. It hits like 9 islands in 12 or 13 or 14 days, and we don't have anything set as far as what cruise line. So I'm open to whatever as soon as we find an itinerary we like that hits those islands.
See, I may wind up like cutting back on some of these cruises, especially like these group cruises, cutting back and finding cheaper cruises to go on, but then go on a unique cruise once or twice a year, where it's like I don't want to say a bucket list cruise, but something other than the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But this doing five cruises to the Caribbean is crazy, and that's why I like like you guys, the Alaskan cruise. It's something different. Now more people did it this year than normal because most of the time nobody did Alaska. And then as soon as you mentioned your Alaska trip, all of a sudden now, here's 5 group cruises to Alaska.
Yeah.
And of course yours is in 25. So now they're all rushing to get them, get there now. So I was kind of bummed out about that.
Yeah, but it's probably going to take us till 25 to pay for it and do it right.
Yeah. No,
and
it's still, again, I mean, I still think there's enough people where it won't be a problem. But again, it just felt strange up until you announced it. I really don't remember even seeing a group cruise to Alaska.
I don't either. And Bruce had said that as well, but they're out there. Apparently, we just didn't know about them. I mean, I know like Lily Loca, I think, does them or something, but nothing.
Well, that one Chancellor did. That one Sharon did. Wasn't that a group cruise? The last one she did?
Chancellor?
Yeah.
I think she was leading the group, like a Facebook group. I don't think it was like a content.
Okay, so it wasn't an organized group. It was just a Facebook group after the fact.
Yeah.
But again, I think that got organized after you after you made yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was like you booked yours, then all of a sudden, Alaska, let me book one now. And again, who was it? Sea Lake Journey. I mean, it was quite a few of them. Not saying they took your idea and ran with it, but it just seemed all of a sudden now Alaska became a hot spot.
Yeah. Well, and to be honest with you, it was Sherry and Destination Fun and Bruce and Cruise Vet who had all their Alaska videos, and I was like, whoa, I haven't been to Alaska in a while, and that's what made us want to go book ours. And apparently Santa heard us. Knew that Andrew wanted to go for his birthday, so that's kind of how that came about. But I don't know. I kind of wish I would have done that one. If I would have known that was going to turn into a group cruise, I think I would have done it a lot differently. But at the time when I was, letting Santa know what a good gift for Daddy would be, a birthday cruise to Alaska.
Sorry.
There's so many things I want to say, but
I can be so petty at times. I don't know why.
oh boy, you just went, Bill.
Oh no, Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill.
People always say, oh, that sounds so familiar. If they remember Saturday Night Live, they used to do a skit, Mr. Bill. Oh no, Sluggo. And that's where, I mean, most people get it from, and they don't even realize it.
Yeah. So we've been wanting to go to, she's been wanting to go to Alaska. I mean, I wanted to do it. I just knew it was going to be expensive. So that's all I hear is expensive. But I wanted to do it anyway. So
I agree.
It'll be a fun one.
I mean, it's kind of like we've been there, but it's been 10 years. I think it'd be a great refresh, and so many things I'm looking at for that cruise to make it special anyway. So I think it's going to be, just a great cruise for that. I don't know, but I'm really excited about Ireland and Scotland. I think.
Yes.
I mean, whenever you've brought it up, I've seen the chat kind of light up because I haven't seen that one mentioned. You probably will now, but yeah.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, great ideas. That's how you know it's a good idea. But again, like we're just, as soon as you were mentioning it and we were kind of chatting about it in that one live, I was like, yeah, that's what we're doing for 2026.
Yep.
And I might, depending on how the Ireland trip falls, between you and me, in the world, I guess, but I'm thinking about really doing a Disney cruise. I know they're expensive, but I really want to take Chloe on her birthday in January when it comes out of Galveston. Just because they still have like all the wintry type stuff, and I just think it'd be kind of cool. But I don't know.
I want to do a Disney cruise too. I
really
really
do.
Disney does it right.
I mean, I always want to try new things, but but the cheapness in me says you can do two instead.
Yeah, well,
that's why I never went on a Royal, like an Oasis class ship. I've been wanting to go on that since like 2009, but every year it's like, man, it's expensive. Well, I can do 2 Carnival cruises for the price of that one. And I kept putting it off, and I can't wait. I can't wait.
I mean, Bill, I don't know. The price I'm paying for Jubilee and the price I pay for an Oasis class is essentially the same thing. It's within $200 of each other. And Royal,
go ahead.
Royal has a lot more stuff on the ship than Jubilee does, and it does have a lot more food options. So we'll give you that. But as far as like the entertainment and stuff like that, I believe that Royal has a lot more to offer than the Jubilee does.
But at the time when in 2009, 10, 11, the Oasis of the Sea, Allure of the Seas, they were priced so high compared to what Carnival ships were. And I can't, it's just a cruise. And that's what I kept telling myself. It's just a cruise ship. So I kept selling on my inspiration and my imagination and freedom or whatever it was. And always put it off. And this will be my first time. And I'm more excited about this, about the Allure of the Seas. It's only a 4-day cruise, I believe. I'm more excited about that than this Jubilee. Even though I think Carnival finally did it right with the Jubilee.
What's so much different on the Jubilee than the Mardi Gras and Celebration?
It's the same. That's why I don't even care about going. It's the sister ship. I'm sure it's going to be almost exactly the same. Oh, yeah. Instead of being called the Magnolia Bar, it's going to be called the Brass Bar. Thanks. I mean, that's a big difference. Thank you so much because you renamed the bar.
I mean, Oasis class ships are essentially the same thing. The only difference is when you go from the Symphony of the Seas to the Wonder and Utopia, the Solarium is totally different, and the Windjammer is totally different. And it just a couple little odds and ends things that are different than the previous.
Well, and that's again, it's going to be all new to me. So I think I'm going to just love it.
You'll definitely see a difference between Allure and then Utopia, as far as the Windjammer and the Solarium.
Yep. Nope. I can't wait, and that's more of what I'm trying to do now. Is just I want to do something different, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. I definitely agree with that. That's where we are too. And then my point with Andrew is like, how are you gonna be a travel agent and only know about Carnival?
Right.
Yeah, you gotta cater to everybody.
I mean, and if he's really wanting to embrace the travel agency part of, side hustle, my thing was like, the Carnival, we can tell you all day how it was in 2000. I can tell you how it was in the early 2000s. I can tell you how it was in 2010s, and then now I can tell you the Carnival, but I can't tell you anything about NCL. I can't tell you anything about MSC. I can't, because I can tell you about Princess, but like we haven't really experienced it. And if he wants to do that, I'm like, we got to do different ships. Now, does it have to be the brand new ones? Maybe not. But at the same time, like, let's live life too. I mean, I don't know. My parents went on Oasis to see what it was in the Mediterranean, and I guess when it was over there they went, I think, out of Rome and then Greece, and it was supposed to go to like Egypt and stuff, but they couldn't, somewhere around there, but they couldn't because some stuff had started happening it was like 2009, 2010, where there were some things going on. And my dad came, he was a Carnival guy. I mean, my mom and dad both, always did Carnival. And he was like, man, that Oasis ship is just, and that was like in 2000, I want to say 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2010 because I was getting the World Series tickets for the Rangers, and they were in the playoffs in 2000 for the World Series in 2010. So, I mean, it was, I think, a pretty new concept ship at that point.
It was. It revolutionized cruising. I mean, those ships, it was like nothing I've ever seen before.
Apparently there's a sketch from Carnival that Carnival came up with splitting the back end of the ship like that, and they never followed through on it.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, but even Carnival, even like the adult area, the Excel class ships are like the first ones to have a pool in the adult area, which is mind blowing because they had Solarium where you had a pool and dedicated area. I mean, it just, Carnival was so far behind. I'm actually mad. I spent so much time with Carnival because of that. Because it's like there's the NCL Prima, the Royal Caribbean, the MSC. You got all these cruise ships out there, and then I started looking at like the itineraries, and it's like there's a whole world full of itineraries. I mean, all the cruises I've ever been on, I've been to St. Lucia, St. Kitts, Barbados. The most beautiful place I've ever seen was Moorea in the South Pacific. And it's like, who knew? Who knew?
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it's definitely cool to hear you speak on that too, as somebody who's been on as many cruises as you have. Because we get tired, like being here in Texas. It's like, like every cruise ship goes to Cozumel, and then
right.
Like, do you want Honduras? Do you want Nassau? Grand Cayman?
Well, and I didn't realize it. Like with me, I didn't realize Carnival went out at so many different ports. I've only been to the Florida ports and Seattle and Los Angeles. The only three ports only 3 states that I've actually sailed out of. And it's like there's one in New York, even though I really don't want. I mean, New York that's a tough sell. You want me to go on to Venecia out of New York in February? That's a tough sell for me to go down to Nassau.
Exactly.
That's the thing I hate about Royal as far as that New York. Why can't they go somewhere else? Because like their Bahamas, it always has to stop at Port Canaveral if you're going to Bahamas.
Crazy.
And it's like that's a waste of a port. Like,
Right.
Why do I want to go on a cruise to go hit Port Canaveral?
And you don't even have time to go to like Disney or Universal or anything,
No,
right? Because
but
they're
they'll
just
try
there
to
to
sell it to you.
refuel.
Yeah, they'll try to sell it to you. There is a day trip to Disney. I'm sure you get to ride about 2 rides, and that's about it.
Yeah. Nope. You go to Bahamas, Bermuda.
Bermuda's awesome. I mean,
Yeah, but you're gonna go there so many times, and that's what New York is going to hit. It's going to hit like the Nassau, maybe Cozumel or something. No, probably not even Cozumel. Anyway, those couple of islands and Bermuda. That's it.
Now I do recommend doing that northern Atlantic. And you said that one does the Greenland one too. See, we didn't do Greenland. We did Boston, Bar Harbor, Portland, Maine, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and St. John's Bay.
Yeah,
and that was a great trip. We really enjoyed it. Halifax is probably my favorite port out of all those. It's just because it's a little bit different. It's got the whole history of the Titanic there, and the whole history of the city itself. If you haven't watched that video that I put out, it's a lot. It's a pretty cool history. There's like so up there it's dense fog like all the time. Well, they have like an inlet there, and a tanker ship ran into a relief ship and blew up. And when it blew up, it took out like most of the land there, like all the buildings and everything. There's pieces of shrapnel from the ships and all in the museum there, like big pieces of steel from the ships and everything else like that. But that whole history of that whole area there is pretty cool. Well, not cool, but pretty unique.
See, I feel like Maine is just gorgeous. Like when we go up there to visit family, it's a whole new world up there than it is for like down here in Texas. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I mean, y'all's houses and stuff up there are just so pretty. I mean, that they're just so like everything. And I'm excited to go up there in a couple of weeks. I've never thought about a cruise to Portland and all that, but that may be kind of fun. It'd be a hard sell for Andrew though, because he grew up going to all those places, as a kid. So he like in a couple of weeks he's excited to see family, but he's like, he didn't care about seeing Nubble for the 19th billion time. Which me and Chloe are like, yay, Lighthouse, But I don't know. I think you've got a point there, Bill and Mike.
Bar Harbor's trying to push the cruising out of there, and Bar Harbor was awesome island. That was an awesome place too, very pretty, and it's a tender port. They even make them hide the cruise ship when you go in there.
Oh wow!
They hide the cruise ship behind an island so that when you're on land, you don't see the cruise ship.
Wow.
There's a few places like that. I mean, Key West is wants to be like that.
Yeah.
I'm again, and maybe because I've been to Key West so many times, I'm not a really big fan of Key West either.
See, I've never been there, so
I like Key West.
I was looking forward to it on the Secret Boots cruise.
If well, we'll talk about that later in the chat. I mean, just certain things rub me the wrong way. Anyway, Key West. I mean, it's I don't know. it's just Key West. Well, and again, see, I'm saying it because I've been there so many times, and I walk around there, and you're going to go to the southernmost point so many times. You're going to go to Sloppy Joe's so many times. The chickens crossing the road they only so many times, and what's the playwright that had his house down there?
See, I don't really know nothing. Anything.
Yeah.
About it.
Oh, I mean, well, see, then you'll enjoy it. There's some history down there. I mean, you'll enjoy it.
But
we have we've been to Key West twice, and we did the southernmost point and mile marker 0. But we found this little bar called like Two Friends or Two Best Friends or something, and both times it's like a little hole in the wall.
Yes.
We've gone there and just had a blast. This is where we get our pina coladas, and so we haven't made it to Sloppy Joe's I mean, we did go to Margaritaville because that's where I wanted to go for my birthday with Andrew.
Yeah.
Get a drink and get a good burger. But I mean, it
Well,
was.
but I like your idea of the hole in the wall bar. I mean, I like that better than the Senior Frogs and all that Margaritaville. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I go to either one, I'm going to have a good time. But I like the hole in the walls.
Did y'all know who Kenny Chesney is?
yeah,
I've heard the name.
He was in Key West, and he was at a Tony something, and he got up there and sang acoustic. Just got up there and sang a couple of his songs,
that'd be
just
pretty
like
cool
a
to see.
regular guy.
That would be.
Yeah, he posted like, "Thanks for letting me, refill my creativeness" or something. It was something cool. Like, I thought that was really neat. Like, that's the kind of vibe I get from Key West. Again, we didn't go to the normal stuff. We got Andrew a fedora type hat that you see. That was
I'm just tired of the cruising scene and everything being so commercialized now. I mean, every place you go, they're trying to sell you something, sell this, sell that, and it really just turns me off. And when you go to when I went to the French Polynesian Islands, it was like old school cruising where they had a couple people right there at the port, but outside that you're in like a town, and it was like old school cruising. You go to the beach, there's people from the cruise ship, but a lot of locals.
Yeah.
It was.
See, I don't remember the Diamonds International and Tanzanite and all the being on our first couple of cruises, like 2000. Maybe I just didn't pay attention, but I don't really remember that. But I could be.
They have a partnership with all the cruise lines.
Oh yeah.
They've been around for a while.
Oh yeah.
But again, you didn't have it. Now you got just a whole area, just shops, and not like the local trinkets, but like these stores. Well, first of all, I'm not buying a very expensive diamond down here. Hey Lisa.
Yep. Welcome in. Thank you.
But even like the cruise ships, the only time you took pictures were like on formal night. You dressed up, you took pictures.
I do remember that, and I kind of agreed with some of y'all on the. I like the casual dress, but I don't know. I kind of like that you could do. Again, I don't believe you have to have the tie and stuff, but some of the outfits you see now for formal wear, it's like, oh wow.
I'm a person that when I'm on vacation, I don't feel like dressing up. Not only that, I don't want to have to pack any extra clothes in my suitcase that I don't really need to wear. So on formal nights, I'll wear either a nice pair of dark jeans and like a one of my button-up Hawaiian shirts or something, or a pair of khaki shorts, one of my Hawaiian shirts, or some kind of button-up shirt. I'm not going in there flip-flops, but I'm not wearing a suit. So that's just me. I mean,
and I get that. I do. I don't know. I kind of remember both ways. I mean, we still.
Yeah.
Andrew doesn't wear a suit. There's like, I don't know. He would if I said I wanted him
Yeah.
to. But, I mean, he does a nice button-down shirt and stuff. But I don't know. But sometimes I do think they've gotten away from. I mean, I was in the last formal going like, wow, I noticed it. And I feel
Yeah.
like for me to notice it, like some of the cruisers who've been around for the 20, 30, 40 years, they really notice it. If I feel like I'm noticing it and being like, wow.
Well, it's definitely different. Formal night, a lot of times I won't even go to dinner because I'll have a pair of, almost any night I would have a pair of like khakis on with a collared shirt. Formal night, because I think it's something special, I may not go to dinner. Luckily for me, the big draw a lot of times on formal night with Carnival is it's a lobster tail night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't eat lobster tail, so it's like I don't want to be there anyway because I don't like that food.
Right.
And that and prime rib, I'm not a big fan of prime rib. So for me, it works out well. But I'll put a pair of dress, not dress pants, but like khakis on with a collared shirt to go to dinner most nights. If I go, if I go, the newer ships, they have so many other options that I like to try, and I find myself nibbling a lot. Go here for a little bit, get a little bite from here. The deli. I like the deli meatball sub.
That is good. I miss their old school sandwiches too on Carnival.
Like what?
I don't know. They felt like they were more panini style.
They used to have at the
It was like
pizza
they were in a
place.
pizza oven. Yeah, in the brick oven. Like
They used to have it was so good. I forget what it's called, but it was like a pizza dough, like a empanada. But a big one. But there's a
like
name
a
for it.
calzone.
A calzone.
Calzone. Yeah.
And it was so delicious. And then they used to have the Caesar salad, and you get it with grilled chicken.
Yes.
So I'm so glad to see this new thing coming out. So I mean, hopefully it's good.
Well, Lisa's sorry, but I think we're gonna cut it. We've been going for 3 hours and 12 minutes. I enjoyed the time. Hopefully, maybe next weekend we'll do it again.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
Hopefully we gotta figure out this 12-hour live.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get a game plan together.
Yeah, we gotta get more than 455 views.
I was gonna say maybe we could come up with some good topics to cover.
Yeah.
Like
12 hours, that ain't gonna work. We're gonna have to just come up with just off the cuff.
Okay.
I think if we each grabbed thought of one or two, then
That'll get us through an hour and a half.
Well,
I don't know. I squirrel pretty bad. I'd probably have to come bring it back up 3 or 4 times.
But
there's gonna be a lot of repeating topics, and hopefully people in the chat we can lean on them for a little bit.
Yep, get some interaction.
About 12 hours in.
I mean, we had a good amount in here tonight. We had 26 people for a while there.
Did we?
For the first hour. For the first hour, we had 26.
Yeah,
and then it dropped down to 20.
Per share, we have an hour and a half. No, but it's always good. And I really enjoy, and again, I enjoy talking cruising.
Yeah.
And I just no matter what we're talking about, I really had a good conversation with the muster drill last night. Just talking, and I'm gonna leave it there.
I got on the other thing. I was hanging out with my buddy last night. We're 2 couples. We used to hang out all the time, like every weekend and stuff like that. We used to go on cruises together and stuff. And like my wife got a job where she wasn't off on weekends, and then his wife got a job where she works shift at the power plant, so it never lined up to where we could do stuff together. So now my wife's off on weekends, and he was free, so he said, "Hey, come on over to the house and shoot some pool." So, and I wasn't planning on doing a live last night because I got my hours and all. So I was like, "Sure, I'll come over there."
Yeah.
So we played like 10 games of pool. Good times.
And that's so much fun. And I find myself, especially when I was trying to get my hours in, that this was like kind of my life and I didn't do anything else. And even now, I wake up in the morning and first thing I do is turn over and look at my phone.
I do the same thing.
You know, and I really was sitting here 10 o'clock tonight. Who's coming on? I'm like, oh, at 8 o'clock I'll be on. And when I went on, I'm like clicking. I'm like, where are they at? Man, what's going on here? They're not on. I said, oh man, that clock got his hours now. He doesn't want to do lives anymore.
Oh my God.
And then a couple minutes later, you typed in because I was gonna say, hey, Destination Fun and Embarkation Nation, why don't y'all go live? Get some hours. Nobody's on.
We talked about it, and I said, well, I'm running errands and stuff. Well, then I'm telling you every time I go to talk. And then I was like, well, I told her never mind. And I was like, let me text Bill. And I was like, no, I'll just wait.
I had just gotten home from the thing, and my wife had to pull out the computer and send an email, and I wasn't sure how long she was going to be. I was like, you care if I get on? She's like, no, I don't care. I got to do a little bit of work. I was like, okay. So I went ahead and set that out.
Well, I really do want to, maybe we all get together and just not so much on a live like this, but like a private live,
Yeah,
and
we
just
did one night.
talk YouTube development.
Yeah.
I come to find I don't like talking too much because, and it could be a coincidence, but like if you start talking about a topic, all of a sudden you hear other
Shows
people
up
start
somewhere
talking
else.
about that, and it's like you're killing me here, But again, how to make your channel better, and there has to be some kind of magic there because, well, there is a magic, but to have when I say channel grow, I've quit looking at subs. What I look at now are views.
Yeah.
Like you said, we had 26 in here. That's what the number that I'm looking at. If I can get between 20 and 30 in my live, I feel pretty good. But I want that number to grow. I want it to be 40. I want it to be 50. I watched like Parker's on the Go or whatever, or MH Family Adventures. It starts out slow, but then they get up to 40, 48. And Parker's on the Go, 4,000-ish type of subscribers. So it's like they're not that far away from us, So it's like, yeah, I'm kind of modeling myself after them instead of some other channels where it's like, well, we talked about before, 10,000 and 25 views, 30 views.
Yeah.
And that's not what I want. I want how do I get a ton of viewers in here?
Yeah. And I think part of it is help with maybe some thumbnails. Part of it's help with tagging.
Yep.
And I like to get with people on that too, because like the way I set my videos up may be totally different than what you all do. I know it is, because I am not creative whatsoever, unfortunately. As far as putting names on the videos and stuff like that, and I try, and then as soon as I post it, then I'm like, oh, maybe I should have did this.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's going back and second guessing myself. I think I do pretty good when I'm editing, as far as what I leave in the videos and what I take out of the videos, because I'll cut my videos big time just because I don't want anything in there that isn't needed. Like
Yeah.
if it's just dead air or whatever, then there's no sense having it in there. And then it's just one thing where somebody might say, this isn't, let me click off. So I try to keep it in there to where it's like you're getting some kind of history or you're getting some kind of something the whole time. So
Well, you know what? I noticed like with my videos, I used to do better. I'm not doing as well now, and I don't get the views that I used to get, like within, let's say, the first 2 weeks. And there's difference getting views and duration time. You know, if I had 1,000 views, but my duration time wasn't that good, they're clicking on it, the title, the thumbnail, whatever, they're clicking on it, they're just not sticking around. I'm not getting the clicks that I want. So again, I want to touch base. I noticed like Embarkation Nation, they've been getting a good amount of views on their things, 300, 400 easily. Mike, you've been doing well as far as people clicking on it, and just I want to pick your brains as far as the thumbnails, the titles, how are you tagging, and just things. Yep. And that's before I go on the booze cruise. So
yeah, I got a couple important ones. Like the booze cruise is going to be another one because there's going to be a lot of us on there. Want to try to, and I would like to get a little bit of video with different people, like a little bit of collaborations possibly on the booze cruise, depending upon what everybody's got going on. And then also my next cruise is going to be the Icon. So I want to make sure that I might have my A game when I go on the Icon, because I want to be able to have the videos out and people clicking on them. So, okay. Well, I appreciate everyone coming on.
Sorry,
I
I had a
appreciate everybody
parent.
coming in. Are you good? Everybody have a good night. I'm gonna get me some sleep, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Like I said, I have some giveaways tomorrow. Whoever may have come in that didn't know
tricked
that.
us tonight.
I tricked them. Yep, the old fishing.
You'll probably have 50 people there tomorrow.
We'll see.
That is funny.
Yeah. But I appreciate everybody coming in, and have a good night, and come check out the show tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Might be able if I hit that.